Hello everyone. Welcome to tonight's session of Emoris. Did you fuck it up again?
No, it's
No,
just
it's
that
because I wasn't here last
yeah, he
week.
wasn't here last week. It's okay. It'll be
God
fixed in
damn
a
it,
second.
Griz. Hello everyone. Welcome to tonight's session of Emoris. As always, before we begin, I'm going to run you through the same bog standard announcements that we always do, which is to make sure that you follow us on the socials. That's Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, Patreon, and Discord, and YouTube.
Yes.
No, did I say YouTube? I don't remember. You know what they are. And the other one is, of course, to, if you don't already watch them, make sure that you watch Rhyme, which is not going to be this Wednesday. It's going to be next Wednesday. And
Special announcement on that. I'm sorry, I forgot to say that. There is going to be a special episode that follows Axel and what he's up to. It'll air exclusively on YouTube and the Patreon this Friday.
Fun.
Yeah. So you still get your rhyme fix like that. And also watch Fandelver because it's fun, and we had a really rough time last night. So it was vaguely familiar of what happened here in this campaign a couple sessions ago.
Oh.
So, yeah, go do that.
Also,
apart from that,
I ruined my wardrobe, so you can all see it now.
there's nothing even in it, Felis. It's just
I
a drawer.
I emptied it, but I want to let everyone know why there's a gaping hole in the thing that's in my background.
Griz, can we just zoom Felis's camera in on that and just remove his face for the rest of the stream?
Enhance.
Yes.
Anyway,
Do it.
Where did I?
Do it. You won't.
Oh God.
that's pretty much all the announcements that we have for today. So let's go ahead and jump into tonight's game. Previously on
You're such a
Emoris,
terrible person.
the Silver Goats have been teleported by Madeline to Epatlatlan, where they arrived in a mage's tower of an ally of hers. Here you learned of the Watcher's invasion and authority over Uemura and planned your assault on the cakery. Stealthily traveling there, Bree and Thyra, you attempted a dimension door into the building but failed. And then everyone in the group threw whatever semblance of a plan that you had out the window and decided to run headfirst into the front door, where you met with Master Greyvile, who informed you of the game that you would be playing throughout the building. He gifted you, if you can call it a gift, with the head of Gustin Gain in a box, and told you to collect each of the pieces of him in order to get to him, the Amnesu. And so you set off, finding a hand in the kitchen and a torso among the chains of the punishment room, and with each part a small brass disc of varying size and scratchings. And as you reclaimed his spine, with it came a small key to unlock the door to the holding cells, where you found three figures. There was a young halfling male, a female, it's like copper-colored dragonborn, and a female halfling, all of whom are wearing collars, and the latter seemingly recognizing a Lakian as you all walked in the door. And it was there that we left off. So, as you all look towards the figure, sort of slumped against her salbars, her short and straight brown hair, like just barely touching the thick, ugly, like black, jagged metal collar around her neck. She looks back to you guys with like this increasing frown on her face as she slowly begins to stand up. What would you all like to do?
I want to take a look around for any other doors, any keys, a desk with papers on it.
Yeah, make a perception check for me.
Liking, you know this woman?
13.
Do actually. Hang on. And I want to run over to her cage and kind of look to see if there are any like traps along the outside.
Yeah, you two can make an investigation check for me.
I rolled a 13.
Yeah, Thyra, in this room, there is no other visible doors or anything that you can see. As you go back out into the main punishment room, where the Amnesu is still just standing there and sort of watching in the corner, There is the other door over to the left, over here, that I can't mark. Right there. That is the only other one in the area that you haven't checked.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna stay out in the big room, and I'm gonna start pulling out some chains of the ceiling.
Okie dokie. Easy enough for you to do. And we'll get back to you in a second. So, Lakian, what did you get on your investigation?
It was a natural 20 for a total of 27.
Does not appear to be trapped.
I'm assuming there's a lock on said cage, though.
There is a lock on the cage. Yep.
Can I try and pick the lock?
Sure. Go ahead and roll your Thief's Tools.
It's Dex plus proficiency, correct?
Yes, sir.
That's a fucking 8.
An 8?
Well,
Yeah.
okay, I'm sorry. That is a 12 total. Because proficiency bonus. But
Sure.
It's a 12.
You go ahead and start attempting to pick the lock, and you don't know whether it's in your nervousness over finding such a familiar face in a place such as this, or the entire ordeal of what has been happening here in the cave crew, but you just cannot seem to focus your mind on pinging this lock open. It's not budging.
Look inside. Is she awake?
Yeah,
Anyone?
she's sort of stood up now and is watching you kind of fiddle with the lock, and she's kind of, you know, impatiently tapping her foot with her arms crossed and just observing the whole ordeal. The other two people in the room, the Dragonborn is awake, but she's not really doing much. She's just sort of sitting and watching. The other halfling guy is not awake.
Okay. I'm gonna look in towards her and just say, it's been a while, and a little nervous given the circumstances. Could you give me any tips here as to how to do this properly?
Sort of just walks up a little bit and reaches her arms through the cage and begins to try and put her hands over the lock picks that you're holding. And as she does so, you kind of like leave your hands there, and she's like, "Move the hands. Let me do it."
All right, I'll kind of back up, put my hands up a little bit, and back up.
Yeah, she, in a couple of swift strokes and key points, the lock just ping, and the door begins to slowly open. I thought you'd have a better time with that. It's weird because I thought I trained you better than that.
It's been a long day. I'm sorry for what it's worth, but
That's
good
fine.
to see you again.
Yeah, you two. Who are the friends?
Well, I'll turn around and point to each one individually. The big one out in that room over there is Thyra. The skinny one over here, that's Wade. The other very skinny woman over there, that's Isabel. And then the tiefling is Free, and imagine she's not having a very good time right now. As I turn around and kind of look at Free.
Yeah, she is not happy with where she is right now, but she's trying to maintain some kind of sense of poise.
Free, do I look like I lost some weight? I mean, I guess without Miles Jambalaya.
I don't think so. Maybe it's the contrasting, like, heavy furs to the...
That's probably it.
Yeah, as you guys are talking, she just sort of nods at everyone's introductions and says, "Well, nice to meet you all. I'm Bree," and she begins moving over to the next cage and begins picking the lock of the Dragonborn. Which, yeah, she does.
And
easy
I
enough.
try to rip off the door of the last one, because fuck it.
Make a strength check.
Yeah, just strength?
Yeah.
Not athletics?
Straight strength.
That's an 11.
You begin pulling, and it's strange for you to not be able to do this. You've ripped the bars off of many an iron door
Yeah.
so far.
Fucking devils, goddamn fucking.
And as she opens the door on that one, she just tosses you the lockpicks back at Lakian.
Catch up and put them back in my pack. Do the collars seem familiar in some way?
I mean, they seem the exact same as the ones that Shani was wearing. They are very distinct in their appearance. You don't have to roll for it.
We're going to be getting rid of the masters and those contracts. You might want to stick around. Outside is just as dangerous with ice elementals and a curfew.
Great. I didn't know about those, about the elementals. I don't know what contract you're talking about. And she pulls the Dragonborn up by the arm. I didn't sign anything. If that's what you're talking about, I'm not here for that.
How did you end up here then?
Well, I was assigned to come and rescue this one. And she beckons over the Dragonborn. You know, by the group. I can't really say anything more than that.
Right. Yep.
The book cult.
What?
Nope. Just drop it, please.
Okay.
So, how did they get captured then?
Well, and she sort of turns over to the Dragonborn, who begins talking. I made a deal. I have a contract. It's nothing to do with her. And Bree sort of turns back. Okay, so maybe we'll stick around for the contract thing then. For everything.
Probably a good idea. I recall what you can do very vividly. What can they do? If anything.
Oh, they're, much the same. It's. Sorry, this is Charton. She works for us as well. She does the same sort of thing. I don't want to get involved in anything too crazy, Just remind me, you guys are here to liberate the place, right? That's what I'm getting here. That's the vibe.
Yes.
General plan, eh?
Great. So, you said we can't go outside. I can trust you, right? To do this.
I mean, probably. You know me.
Great. So I'll do that. I'll trust you to do that. And in the meantime, I guess I'll make myself useful. What do you want me to do?
Well, Free, I'm assuming you know this place better than any of us. Actually, that's not an assumption. I know that for a fact. What could somebody with my particular skill set do to help us or hinder the enemy in any way while we're doing what we need to?
Nothing, because he has us playing this game. There's clients and slaves all about this place in dangerous places. And unless she has magic to dispel the collars, then there's no point in her trying. Stay out of the way, and we'll deal with this.
Wait, I
Right.
could dispel magic.
And waste your spells before we get rid of the devils ahead. The contracts will take care of it once we get them.
Okay.
Guess that answers that question. So Bree, that means you can either do what you do best and go hide, or you can come with us and try and help us deal with all of these issues.
No, I think I'll stay. Yeah, this. I'll stick around. I'll stay hidden, but I'm not going to interfere with your grand, noble efforts. I'm kind of proud of you. It's not like you to do this sort of thing.
I've had some interesting revelations since we last met. And provided we both make it out of here alive, I'd say we talk about it over a few drinks.
Yeah, well, don't get too high and mighty on me now. I'll be watching.
I am going to butt in very sort of. There's a barrister coming who might kill us all, so let's get moving.
Yeah, we're on a timer still.
Yeah, we're on time.
If I don't have to see Gregory, I don't want to.
Hey, does it seem like she's hiding something other than obviously the information that she's not specifically telling everybody about who the employer is?
Roll an insight check.
Okay. 17.
In your experience with Bree, she's almost always hiding something.
Yeah.
Right now, she's about as open as she can be with you.
Yeah.
She's obviously deliberately withholding information such as the name of the employer, whatever. But she's not withholding information that you think would be major, if anything.
Okay. And then just to make sure there's nothing else in here that looks like it would be of use to us.
Yeah, you give a quick look around. It's pretty bare in here. Even with passive perceptions, you would gather it's just iron bars and rocks.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Yeah. Suppose we head back out.
Cool. So you guys head back out and meet up with Thyra in the next room. Thyra,
Mm-hmm.
what are you doing?
I'm gonna go up to, once I left the room, I probably would have went up to the closest chain hanging from the ceiling and tried to pull it out of whatever was holding it into the ceiling or its pulley system, whatever.
Okay. Yeah, you begin yanking down the chain, and it takes a while for it to start coming down before it sort of gets stuck by the end up in the top of the roof where it hangs.
Can I make an athletics check to pull it out?
I'll give you a strength check.
Okay. $21. And you know what? What is the bardic inspiration? She's pissed. Is that a D10? Kim?
I think it is a D10.
I think so.
You're 10th or 11th level. I think it's a D10 now.
Yeah, it's a D10 now. I had to double check. I was like, I think it changed recently.
28.
Yeah, you begin pulling it out, and you see it get caught, and you kind of like, in a huff, grip it a little tighter, and just as the chain begins rattling down the edges and just falls down to the ground next to you. The enemies are just watching. Oh my!
Yeah. So, you said that there's the pulley system is still attached.
Yeah, it's almost like it's wound around like a cord or something that you can't see in the back of the wall, but you can probably unwind it from this direction if you try hard enough.
Yeah, I want to try and get the pulley system off of it once it's out of the ceiling.
Sure, yeah, I'll keep your regular strength for that, and easy enough to do. You manage to unwind it, and you have a length of chain, maybe about 20 feet long.
I'm gonna kind of for now, I'm gonna wrap it around my wrist, and it's just gonna drag behind me. They're still talking in the other room.
Yeah, at this point.
I want to go over by Gaines's blood puddle.
Yeah.
Where we decimated his torso in the last session. And I want to look at it and see if I can tell how fresh it is.
Yeah, make a medicine check for me.
This isn't going to be as great. Oh, 22.
Yeah, that not great roll helps you to discern that this body is probably within a couple days. at most.
All right. And when they leave, that's where they'll find me. The chain dangling, trailing behind me in my hand, and Gaines' blood.
Oh, no, that's not great. That's not a good sign.
Only because they weren't in there for that long, so.
Okay. You're just gonna go this way, because I think this is the way we need to go.
Yeah, as you go ahead and begin to make your way out that door, Grave Owl sort of pipes up, "This way," and points to the other door.
Okay.
Equa,
I've never been this way. Ah!
The chain links, are they like big, thick chains, or are they like...
Yeah, the links
thin ones?
themselves are like that long, and I'd say the circumference is maybe like that long. It's the thick iron chain.
Would I be able to... my Staff of Thunder and Lightning, it's got like prongs off of it, right?
It's almost got like if you got a very thin and small tree and you pulled it out, it will be like how the roots are down at the
Okay.
bottom and you flip it. It's got that on the top, but it's shaped in like this storm-like design of lightning that comes into the staff and splinters it.
I'm gonna, as we're walking, I'm gonna loop it through those root things at the top and then spiral it down the rest of the staff.
Okay. Sure. We'll see how that holds up if you hit someone with it.
I don't know what's beyond here, so...
I am going to go up to Thyra and put a hand on her shoulder or her arm, because I am 2 feet shorter than her, and give her 10 points of healing.
I appreciate that, Izzy. It's not necessary.
I mean, it absolutely is, eh?
Just don't use all of it.
Oh, I used the rest of it on free earlier, so I'm out now.
How hurt are you looking? Dyto?
She's fine.
Okay.
How you liking, you know, I won't pry too much if you don't want, but I feel like over our adventure, we've gotten close. You've met my family. What is this organization? Does it have to do with the Raven Queen?
Remember how I told you I did not have a very good past?
Yeah.
This organization was part of that rough past. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Well, I'm glad you found your friend finally.
I am too. Just hope we'll all get out of here in one piece. So, we can talk later.
Yeah. Do we think this is his office? Beyond
No.
this door?
No. If the succubus is right, I think they said 3rd floor.
Right.
I remember.
You did.
Stairwell, maybe?
Possibly. We have to get up towards him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm more than ready.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Yep.
Once DM returns.
I feel as though there's some sort of magical force stopping us from proceeding.
Almost like the all-seeing God is not allowing us to proceed.
We can't remove the darkness.
I feel like our agency has somehow been revoked, despite the fact that we're all still present. It's strange, isn't it?
Mm.
Oh, God. Needed some levity there. Dear.
Well,
So are we looking for a foot or are we looking for a hand?
I think we just have one hand, so I think I'm looking for another. Was it both hands or one hand that we found in the kitchen?
Well, the next line is feet, so I'm assuming probably is the lower half.
Did we find both hands or just one hand in the kitchen? Is my question.
Just one arm.
Right. Great. So I think probably another arm, or maybe. Oh fuck! I don't know. At this point, I'm just gonna swing my sword at anyone who's not wearing a collar.
Don't. I didn't wear one for most of the time I was here.
I will use my vision and then swing the sword at whoever is a devil.
Better.
I'll swing my sword at anyone who looks scared. I think that will work as well. Or just.
I mean, I think devils are.
Any...
I think devils are just as able to piss their pants than anybody else.
I think they think too highly of themselves.
Do devils wear pants?
We've seen devils in pants. We've seen a lot of devils in pants.
Devils in pants. Devils in pants.
We're trying to check the door, Equa.
Okay. The door is locked, but it has a similar keyhole to the one opposite.
I open it. I have the key.
Okay. You turn the key and open the door, and you begin walking into the next room. This room is a rectangular room. As you open the door, you see a desk, and beyond it, there is this kind of like long, flat table, and from one end of it has these two long beams that are vertical that sort of meet in the middle and encompass either side of this thick metal blade. Looking down into the room, you see that there are bookshelves on either wall. This kind of like central, it's almost like a plinth or a circular table. And beyond that, you see 3 tables, and beyond that, this long counter that is filled with bits of metal and iron and tools. You kind of instantly discern what this is, Free, especially you. This is where they make the collars. And standing in the middle, behind one of the tables with a bunch of metal bits on it, is the figure of another devil, another challenge. This one appears to be kind of like insectoid in its face and body, and it is of this pale blue coloration with kind of like these big yellowish orange eyes, and this long like spear that is holding down to its side, and it is noticing you come in, and as you do so and you all enter into the room, it begins to bring the spear around and look towards you, ready to fight. I would like for everyone to roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Change the music.
19. Yay.
Beautiful. I'll track you guys over to very basic map. This is what we have going on here. As a note, the devil is right here. So,
Bugs.
25 to 20.
God damn it.
21.
20.
Damn.
20 ways. 20 to 15.
19.
18.
Damn, you guys.
We do not like this room.
Nope.
No, not at all.
Fuck this room. Fuck
And
this one in
then-
particular.
Izzy, what'd you get?
11.
An 11 for Izzy. Okay. Cool. So, the top of the round, as you see it begin to lower itself and ready for an attack, Thyra, you're up first.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
See how far away this boy is. I am going to. I did not bring out my wild shapes.
And then Wade, you're on deck.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to wild shape into a polar bear.
Polar bear. Awesome. Let me track that over. So can I do that? Me, I'm so organized.
As soon as I bring it up, I don't think I'll be able to get to them, but
You up. I'll put you. Technically, you'd be right there, but I'll put you there for now and give you permission to. Right. Cool. So you use your bonus action to do that.
yep. And then I'm gonna move up.
You should
I
be
think
able
I can only get to about there. Would it still be in my range? I don't.
It is in your range. You kind of have to move around the table, so I'll give it I'll give it a +1 to its AC if you want to hit.
Okay. Then I'm gonna bite and claw at him.
Yeah, go ahead and roll for your attack.
14. It did 8.
Those both unfortunately miss. The rest of you watch as Thyra, walking into the room and seeing the devil lower itself and get ready for an attack, also hunkers down, and her form begins to sprout fur and turn an icy shade of white before bounding up and going to slash out with the claws, hitting into the table for one of them and sort of like denting it as part of the wood just shifts downwards, but the devil itself just and dodges out of the way, no problem. Anything else for you, Thyra? She's gone. Wade, you're up. Free, you're on deck.
I look to Free. Should I banish this one?
I don't know. I mean, it'll be gone. It'll be back in the house.
Okay. I'm just gonna try and banish it.
Okay. That's a charisma saving throw.
Yeah.
It got a natural 20.
Oh shit. Okay. Well,
No.
fuck.
As you
Oh,
pull your
shit.
hands together and focus on it, trying to send it back to whence it came. No effect.
All right. Well, and then I run to back up Thyra.
Great, awesome. Hiding behind the table, and you guys sort of like have this moment of shifting around to see who's going where and what he's going to target. Great, so finishing your go, Wade.
Mm-hmm.
Free, you are up, awaken on deck. You guys rolled 21, 20, 19, 18, which is crazy.
All right. We're gonna do Shatter to make sure it doesn't hit her friend. She's gonna cast it back there.
Sure. So that's a con save. That succeeds.
Okay, so I believe that's still half damage, so 6 thunder damage.
There are 6 thunder damage on that one. Yeah, as you've been casting the spell and you feel the energy around it begin to crackle and burst with pure thunder energy. It takes the hit. Seems fairly unfazed by it.
Okay. And then she's gonna move 10. Just the other side there.
Good stuff. As you get there, Free, looking over the
Uh-oh.
couch right next to you, and seeing what you can now see as a basket at the bottom of it, you identify what that is. It's a guillotine.
Yeah. God damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Following Free, Alakian, you're up.
Cool. I'm going to grab a silvered arrow, aim, and fire.
Okay, go ahead and roll your attack.
That's a 23.
23 hits.
It is... The silver doesn't do anything other than just... Like, it doesn't add any more damage to it, right? Correct?
No, it just
Okay.
is coated in silver.
Okay, so that is 10 piercing damage. And
Nice.
then sneak attack is another 11 points of damage.
Cool. Yeah, as you knock the arrow back and fire it, sort of like turns back to you, taking the arrow again. It's okay. It's not taking too much damage right now, but you're getting somewhere with it.
Okay. I can't move my token.
You cut out for me.
I can't move my token.
I can't hear anything past I can't. Is it just me?
He can't
He
move.
can't move
I
his
can't
token.
move my token.
He can't move his token.
Do it one more time, Esprit.
I can't move my token.
Oh, okay. Got you. I don't know why my Discord's been bugging out recently.
Yeah, last night it was doing the same thing.
Oh, you're right, because I gave it to Thyra.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
There you go. You should control it now.
Cool. I'm gonna go back behind the desk and kind of crouch down so I can get cover. So I'm gonna bonus action hide, I guess.
Sure, you can roll stealth check.
Okay. Get advantage on those. So that is a 31.
Yeah, you feel pretty hidden.
Not
Great.
that he totally didn't see where I went. But...
So following that, it's now the creature's turn. Let me just double check the wording of this. Yeah, great. So the devil, seeing the two of you come up to it, Alake can fire the arrow and the other guys sort of staying back, is going to twirl the stick or the spear in its hand and set it down. And you watch as this kind of like ripple of cold energy just comes out from around the floor and begins to crackle and form up. And it forms a dome right around both Thyra and Wade. I'm going to give it its 20 diameter. God damn it, I hate roll 20 sometimes. We'll say it's about there. That's about right to me. Put it right there. So you guys are now trapped inside of this sort of hemisphere with the devil. That's all it's going to do.
Oh, great.
Does the hemisphere seem to be like electric or anything? Like, is it damaging us?
No,
Okay.
Was this a spell that it used?
it was not a spell.
Gotcha.
You guys are just trapped in a dome of ice
Gotcha.
with
Okay.
it. And following that, Isabel, you're up.
Can I see through the dome?
Make a perception check.
Okay. I am known to be great at those. Wow, actually 20 altogether.
The dome
Damn.
itself is opaque, but from where you are, you can just make out the forms of your friends.
Can I make out the form of the creature? If I were to move
You can.
closer,
It's a
I
little
move closer?
blurry, but you can sort of make out its area. Yeah.
Beautiful. Then I am going to move. Oh, my bad. 30 feet this way, get a better view, and use Sacred Flame.
Okay.
So I need a Wisdom. Let me check. Yeah, Dexterity. Sorry.
Dexterity saving throw. Okay.
Yes.
So you go ahead and cast a spell, and it
Mhm.
goes from you forwards, and it impacts against the wall. Go ahead and roll damage.
Sure. That's 3d8. What says the target gains no benefit from cover for the saving throw?
Okay. Put the spell in the chat for me if you can,
Sure.
because I want to see if it goes from you, or if it is just originating on that target. Because there's a difference between it coming from you and like looping around. It's a creature you can see within range. Okay, so yeah, so it doesn't. It just goes straight to it. Awesome.
Beautiful.
So it rolled 23.
23. Yeah, no. Takes no damage.
So go ahead and put your damage in the chat.
It takes no
for the
damage.
creature.
It's a cantrip.
I think he's having Discord issues again.
Cool. Equa, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Oops.
I take that as a
Two
no.
Cs.
Takes no damage on a success. Okay. Got you. Great. So, I can hear you guys kind of. I have the stream up. So, anything else on your turn, Isabel?
That is my action. Let me check. No, that's everything she's gonna do.
Awesome sauce. So that is Isabel's turn. Following Izzy, Thyra, you're up.
Yeah, I'm going to move up a little bit closer
Okey dokey.
to him, and I'm gonna take my 2 whacks at him again. I'm gonna
Yeah.
bite him and I'm gonna claw him. So the bite is a 17,
17 misses.
and the claw is a 23.
That hits.
So, 13 slashing damage, and it is considered magical now
Yeah, as
for
you
resistances.
as you bring the big bear paw up and strike it down, you feel the claws begin to penetrate into the chitin that surrounds it, sort of caving it inwards, and you make contact with sort of like the soft insect flesh underneath. Take a hit. And now it's starting to look a little rougher. Anything else for you, Thyra?
Nope. Other than, my other bonus action where I'm not actually using my bonus action.
Coolio. So that's Thyra's turn. Wade, you are up.
Seeing how it used ice, I'm gonna try fire. If I can, I wanna see if I can tell the effectiveness of this. You can let me know if I'm able to do that or not. But I spark up a flame in my hands and I throw it at the demon, devil.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your attack.
28.
28 hits. And as you go ahead and conjure the flame and throw it at it, it impacts along the sternum and does no effect.
No effect. Shit. Okay. So seeing that, what I do is I stretch my hand out and a portal opens up and out comes the spiritual weapon.
Awesome. Spiritual weapon. You go ahead and roll your attack on that one.
26
26 hits.
for 8 damage.
8
Force.
damage. Yeah. As you open up the portal, the spear just eesh, straight down, impacting it sort of in the top section of the leg and pinning it there for a second before it grabs it and yanks it outwards and turns back to you. Anything else from you, Wade?
Nope, that's it.
Awesome. So, following Wade, Free, you're up. Alec, you're on deck.
Oh boy.
I guess I would call out. It seems like fire doesn't work.
Everyone else you hit.
Ah, shit.
Everybody except Thyra,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, Thyra.
Yeah, Thyra heard it.
It's opaque. She can't really see much inside. Bugger. Just gonna move back up this way. Let's see if this works. So I'm gonna put the word in here for you.
Great, awesome stuff.
And
With your
obviously
pass-
she's not choosing her friends.
yeah, with your passive perception, you can pretty much make out the figures. They're just blobby. It's not like you can not see through it. You kind of see through it. So I'll allow that. So it's a Constitution saving throw. For it, that will succeed with a 26.
Okay, well, I believe it still takes half. Ignore the necrotic because hers would be radiant.
Okay, so
I
that's
don't know why they
6 and
roll
8.
both instead of just one number.
6 and 8 is 14. Got you. And are you targeting the wall as well?
Yes, basically just not her friends.
Awesome. Awesome stuff. And so that's a Constitution saving throw for the wall. The wall fails. For a total of 29. Yeah. As you send out the wave, it spreads along the floor, and you watch as the wall itself, which is this dome, just and is barely holding up at all. It has 30
She's
hit points,
just
and you dealt
pissed.
29. So
How many did you say? Wait, what?
it's got 1 hit point left.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's just barely. Anything else from you, Free?
Nope.
Awesome. So, following Free's turn, Alakian, you're up.
That's cool. Do I want to fuck that? Kind of put a damper on my plans. You said I can kind of make out the thing that's in there, right?
Yeah, if your pass is pretty high as well, you can
Mhm.
make out blobs, more or less.
Okay. I'm going to attempt a Toll the Dead on the devil.
Sure. Yeah, I'll allow that. That's a wisdom save.
It is indeed.
Oh, it rolled super shitty. For 13.
That's a fail. That is 3d12 of necrotic damage.
Yeah.
That is 20 points of necrotic damage.
Nice, dude. Yeah, as you hold your Raven's Feather and focus on it, you hear the bell of death ring around its head. Seeing the blob just sort of go for a second and then coming back. Thyra and Wade, you see the thing is starting to look rough. Anything else from Lakian?
I'm gonna bonus action hide again, I guess, because fuck it.
Sure.
I can.
You don't really need to, but sure.
It's just like fuck it. Yeah, that's it.
Awesome. So, following Alakian, it's now the devil's turn. The devil, wielding the spear and flipping it around, is going to make 3 attacks. Since Thyra is the bigger threat, it's going to do 2 against Thyra, and it's going to do 1 against Wade. We'll start with you, Wade, with the bite.
I'm gonna use my reaction to use Sentinel.
Sure. So Wade, 16 to hit?
That misses.
Misses. As the mandibles sort of open up a little bit and they begin to shake and quiver, and as it lurches forward, you feel this snap go to where your head was before you just dodge out the way.
My hat
And then
does that
Thyra, you
thing
can make
where
an attack.
my hat goes up as I go down.
Yeah. Whew. Great. Awesome.
It's only a 12.
Probably does not hit, I'm afraid.
I
It'll
don't think
do-
I.
It'll do
No,
the
I don't.
claws and the tail against you. I don't know why the thing doesn't have a spear attack. Alright. So the claws against you, Thyra, is 22 to hit.
Yep.
And the tail is 25.
Yep.
So you, on the first one, take 8 points of slashing damage. You are not raging, right?
No, I'm not.
I don't think you said you're raging. So 8 points of slashing, plus an additional 11 points of cold damage,
Which is halved.
which is halved 5. And then on the second one, on the tail, you take 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And I'm rolling really bad on these, you guys. And 9 points of cold damage reduced to 4.
Alright. I'm still a bear.
Still a bear. Then... Yeah, it's not going... Actually, yeah, it will move. It's going to move around here and stare dead at you, Wade. It's going to stand over you. Awesome. That's its turn. Isabel, you're up.
Sweet. She's gonna attack the ice sheet.
Yeah, go ahead and roll for your first attack.
Sure. That is a 15 to hit.
You, Isabel, seeing the cracks of it, pull up the sword, and not even striking it, you pull up the hilt and just... Punk! And a whole section just crumbles to the ground, leaving this kind of like icy mist in its wake. I'm gonna crop out, we'll say this section right here is open now.
Beautiful. And she's going to move to the other side of the devil to get advantage and attack again.
Okay, so as you move through the mist, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Oh, fuck. Oh, that's a natural one.
A natural
Oh, no.
one, you say?
Oh no.
Oh
Yes.
no!
Sounds like these where I wish my cat wouldn't have stolen my fucking dice. You, Isabel, as you walk through it, feel that cold begin to really cling to your skin. You take 23 points of cold damage.
Sure.
And the effect in that space of the wall lingers, but you can move through. Easy enough. Go ahead and roll your attacks on the devil.
Beautiful. That is a 26.
26 hits. Yeah.
Beautiful. So this thing, get out of here. Takes 3d10 plus 7. 2 of those d10s are radiant. If you want me to roll those separately.
You do not have to. Okay. This thing is not resistant to radiant.
Ooh, boy, that's let's see, that is 25 points of damage.
Damage. Yeah. This thing takes a big hit from you right now, Isabel, and it's looking kind of bad right now. As you bring the sword around and slash it across the back, you see a number of like these chitin spines just flitter off and impact the ice wall next to you. Is it?
That is my turn.
Great. So following Isabel, Thyra, you are up.
Yeah, I'm going to use my bonus action to use my what is it called? It's my combat wild shape to heal myself.
Sure.
Use a second level spell slot, so that's 2d8. And then I'm gonna move over and hit it. Oh. Yeah. Then for my action, I'm gonna move over and I'm gonna whack him twice.
Sure thing. Go ahead and roll your attacks on it.
Bite is a 14. It's gonna miss, and the claws is gonna be a 24.
That hits.
For 11.
11 points of damage. Awesome. Yeah, as you lumber over again, kind of having to move around the spiritual weapon. Your bite attacks are just not getting in, as it sees the angry bear lurching towards it and just jams its spear in your mouth and sort of pulls your neck upwards. And as it does so, you kind of have to stand up on your hind legs, but you get a scratch up as you go. Deals some damage. Anything else for you, Thyra?
That's my movement, my action, and my bonus action.
Sweet. So Wade, you are up.
Wade starts rubbing his hands together and pulling them apart as electricity sparks between them, and then he just outstretches his hands and tries to grab onto the devil. 18?
18 is its armor class, so you hit.
All right. And that's 11 lightning damage.
Yeah, this thing is starting to look real bad right now as you grasp onto it and send the electricity coursing through it as it kind of jitters in your hands.
As I'm shocking it, I have my spiritual weapon swoop in and go for a hit. Oh, sorry, I just rolled damage by mistake.
Oh, roll for hit anyway.
30. Holy shit.
Yeah, that hits. I would say that hits.
Maybe just a little.
Just a little
Oh
bit.
man, the original damage was more. That's an 8 for the damage.
8 damage. Awesome. Maths is hard, you guys. Yeah, as it's still writhing, your spiritual weapon just like impacts it and kind of gets stuck in the wall, in the ice wall behind it, as it slashes past the back. It's pinned on all sides right now against you guys, and it's not having a good time.
That's my turn.
Great, so Free, it's now your turn. You now have visibility through the broken part of the ice.
Lovely. Vicious mockery.
Great, so wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
On the first one, it rolled a natural 20,
Alrighty.
which is unfortunate.
Jeez. Staying out of the dome.
Okie dokie.
But... nope, I'm good.
Okay, so following Free, Alakian, it's your turn.
All right, I'm gonna grab one of my unbreakable arrows and shoot it.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your attack.
Do I get advantage? Am I hidden?
You are hidden, so you will get advantage. Yeah.
Yes. Glad I got advantage.
It's not.
That's a
paying attention
natural
to where you
fucking
are.
20 for a 29.
Awesome, dude. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Let's get it.
Making up for
It's-
all of Dyto's bad rolls.
Yeah, you beat me by
Honestly,
like
dude.
1 second.
Holy
It's good to have her.
Uh,
It's good to have our boy
fucking-
back.
All right, so it accidentally rolled 2 dice, but the first one was an 8, so that's 21 points of damage.
Is that
Piercing
including or not
damage?
including sneak attack?
Say that again.
Is that including or not including your sneak attack?
That is not including sneak attack.
Okay, great, awesome. So go ahead and roll that as well. I'll do that at 21.
And then that is 13 times 2, that is 26 points of damage.
You just dealt 57 points of damage to this thing. It goes
Yep.
without saying, but how do you want to do this, Alakian?
Seeing the hole in the wall that Izzy made, I want to kind of poke up from behind the desk, reach one arm over the desk, kind of prop the long bow up, pull back, release the arrow, and just have it go right in the center of its chest. And as it hits, you kind of hear a raven screech out of nowhere because she helped guide the arrow through, and
Hey.
it falls.
Yeah, as Alakian vaults over the desk and pulls the arrow back. Wade, not even paying attention to him, he was too hidden from you as well. You hear the arrow just whiz past your ear, impacting the thing in its chest and just caving it inwards into kind of this mix of bug flesh and ice that begins to drop down from the wound. As it takes the hit and begins to stagger forwards and hold itself against the wall, as the head begins to turn to black sludge and drip down, the remaining of the wall just dissipates into a light snowfall almost, and covering this particular section of the room in kind of this vague falling ice.
nice
It is
shot.
And as it falls and begins to turn to its black goop, Free and Alakian, you hear, well, not so much hear, but sense from behind you the amnesia beginning to drift back inwards. And the stone plinth in the center of the room begins making sound. What do you guys want to do?
Gonna quickly look around, see if I can see if looks like there's magic lines or anything like that running to the plinth in the middle.
Make a perception check.
I can do that. That's a 24.
Yeah, there are no physical lines that could be used for magic that you can see that run to the plinth.
We'll go take a look in the thing.
Okay. You begin walking over, and as it is moving, you see the top is actually splitting open, and there is something rising from the center of it, almost like a subsection. And as it rises, you see on top of it a nasty black metal collar that is slightly different from the ones that you've seen before. As the Amnesia walks in and sits, a drink's taken over, he's going to sit right in the doorway, and he's going to watch you guys, see what you do.
How high is this thing? Because I'm still a bear.
It's about at your eye level. It's not crazy high.
Okay. I just want to know if I'd have to get on its hind legs to see into it. Is there anything else? Is it just this collar?
Just the collar. Make a perception check for me, actually.
27.
There is some kind of scroll on the interior, but not in a language that you understand.
I'm gonna growl. And roar a little bit.
I'll
Roar.
walk over.
I will also accompany.
Yeah, the two of you.
And I'll nose the collar in the writing, more specifically.
The
What
two of you
happens
walk up,
when I touch it?
and the writing is not in a language that either of you two can understand. As you touch it, Thyra, it just shifts a little bit.
Okay.
Nothing.
Bree,
Yes.
if I'm not aware, you speak the language of devils, right?
Yes.
Do you want to see if you can read this?
All right.
Thank you.
Go ahead and take a look free. And it is an infernal, and it simply reads, "Put me on."
She just
God,
starts
I
cracking
fucking
up. She's like, nope, nope. No way in hell. No, not happening.
All right.
It says put me on.
Oh yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah, that's not gonna fly.
Yeah, for sure not. No, don't worry.
It's
How is the
fine.
amnesia reacting to this?
If you don't want to put it on, you don't have to, but know that without it, you won't be able to find me. I don't suppose any of you have the part of Mr. Gain that was in this room.
With that, Wade kind of starts to look around.
Make a perception check.
Since I was already looking, do I need to make another perception check?
No, you're fine.
13.
Neither of you see a part of Gustin Gain in this room.
And we'll look at.
I-
You're trying to goo. Never mind.
I am going to first off walk over and pick up. I'm assuming just the one unbreakable arrow that I used
Yep, you can
from
pick that
the
up.
blobby mess.
Sure.
Just kind of casually walk over, pick it up, and then stroll over to the western wall with the bookshelves and see if I can make out any of the titles of books or anything.
Yeah, looking around, a lot of them are in Infernal, and so you cannot read a lot of them, but most of them are about enchantment magics, divination magics, the things that would make up collars that you've experienced, and things on how to craft them. A lot of them are just notes and scrawlings. There's nothing here that's indicative of anything that you think is necessary.
Is the thing in the middle of the room still glowing? After we removed the, taking the collar out of it?
No, it's just there. It's just a plinth.
What does this collar do other than the obvious?
Well, it'll help you to find the piece of Mr. Gain.
Yeah, and how's that?
Why don't you put it on and see?
We're tired of
Nice.
playing your games.
And I assume that after we put it on, and if we fail, whoever's wearing it will be bound. Right?
Banned from what?
Bound to this place. One of your...
You know, in order to do such a thing, you traditionally have to have a contract.
Oh, really?
I can't make a contract unless one of you signs it.
Keyword, traditionally.
Yeah, that's a big one.
It's up to you. But know that without the collar, it's very difficult to find the last piece. You'll need it.
I'm going to take the collar.
Okay, you grab the collar.
So,
How big is the collar? Is it like for a normal person size?
Yeah, it's normal person size.
I have an idea.
I have a bad idea.
I have an idea.
all right.
Would it? Gonna look towards Thyra. Do you think this would fit around one of your paws?
Bear kind of grumbles and I don't know. Can it shake its shoulders? I don't know.
Would you mind if I tried?
She takes a step. She walks away from Malakian and hides
Alright.
behind Wade.
I think that's a no from our girl there.
It was an idea.
Look,
because
it
when she went back
sounds...
to her normal size, it'd be too big to fit around her wrist. That was my idea.
It sounds to me like it's not necessary, it just makes it easier. So let's all fan out and search this room. Maybe destroy some things.
I am going to kind of sit down next to the plinth and start ritually casting Detect Magic.
Just thing. So,
Keep in mind, we are on a time limit here.
Oh, fuck, you're right. I'll just pop it.
okay, you pop it. The collar is magical, and from the collar you get a divination magic from it. Although it's not in the same way that the other one was. This is not a regular collar. Make an intelligence check for me. Either intelligence or arcana. Which one's better for you?
Arcana.
Okay, do that one.
Yeah, yeet. That's a 9.
A 9. Yeah, there's some sort of divination magic to this.
Does it seem to be of the same level as the other collars? Does the strength seem to be the same? If that makes sense.
With a 9, it's difficult to tell. Maybe not quite.
I'm gonna look towards the thing and just say, once we find the last part, can we take this off?
Well, yes. If you find the last part and you kill everyone here, who's to stop you from taking it off? You'll be killing all of us anyway. You'll have the place all to yourselves.
You said divination magic was the only magic that was on that collar?
Yeah, you can see. That's how detect magic works.
Yeah.
Just a
Fuck
quick
it.
side note. Wade's gonna take a deep breath and crack his neck and expend some sorcery points to get back a 4th level.
Okie dokie.
Is there any other thing? Is there anything else that pings around the room that's magical? That's obviously not something that's suspected to be magic, as in the items and stuff that we have.
Not that you can see. I mean, there are bits and pieces of other collars here that are sort of vaguely magical. You know, you are familiar with small cubes that connect to the collars that make up the whole. But they're all strewn in pieces and, you know, whatever. It's nothing that you would not expect.
Well, I'm only getting divination magic from this, so... Izzy, toss me the fucking collar.
Throw him the collar.
You put it on, Alekian?
Yep.
Is he the smartest one to put this on? He does some crazy amount of damage if things go south.
You gonna put
Don't
it on?
leave
You
him,
gonna
who
put it
else?
on?
It shouldn't work if he doesn't have a contract, and as long as we don't let him get charged into signing one, we should be all right.
Right.
I also don't
He's an elf.
believe...
Harder to make do things they don't want to.
I also don't believe that this does exactly what the other collars do, because it doesn't have the other types of magic that Shawnee's did. I believe it's meant for one purpose.
Okay.
We'll put it on.
So, Alekian, you grab the collar, then you put it around your neck and you close it. And it takes a second before your vision starts to shift. And it becomes almost like this tinted shade of blue. And you begin to be able to see through things. To see through your friends, to see through walls. To see through everything that is around you to an extent.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of you all watch as Alekian puts the collar on and kind of blinks for a second, and his eyes begin to change to a slightly different shade of color. And then the collar itself, which has a small cube, on the front of it, this kind of lash just ping, and from behind it is a small clock that just...
God damn it.
You guys have 60 seconds in game. I'm giving you 2 minutes to figure out how to get it off, starting from now.
Do I see this
Dispel
going on?
magic.
Yep, you see it going on.
Okay.
Lakin, do you see the hand now or whatever we're looking for?
I was saying, I'm going to take a quick look around the room. Do I see anything that wasn't here before?
Make a perception check.
$11.
It's hard to say right now. You're a little bit stressed out about what's happening.
Yeah.
You guys just hit 30 seconds.
Dispel magic.
What level are you casting Dispel
I'm
Magic?
casting it at base level, so I'll probably have to roll.
Okay, so go ahead and roll.
It's just a flat d20? Or is it?
It's a d20 plus your spell casting ability modifier.
If hers doesn't work, I'm going to use one.
Nope.
Oh.
That's an 8.
An 8, yeah. No dice, and you guys just passed 1 minute. The clock is ticking down, now it's halfway done.
Okay. I'm going to quickly run around the room and get a more up-close look at the walls and the desk, everything.
Make an investigation check.
I'm gonna chase behind him and try to rip it off.
Okay.
All a bear can do.
And you can make a strength check as well, Thyra.
The 16 for the investigation check.
16. Yeah, looking around, there is something in the middle of the guillotine on the base level.
22.
22, you begin pawing at it, and you get somewhere, it starts to tear a little bit, but it's not quite off yet.
Can I use my body as yours and rip it?
You guys are at 145.
Did you find it,
Can I-
Lakin?
Make a strength check, Izzy.
Can I use my body as yours for advantage?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Well, it's strength, so it's not quite the same thing.
Okay, well, it's 23.
23. Yeah, it begins pulling out. You've succeeded on 2 of the checks.
I'll do it again.
Yeah.
I'll help her. I'll kind of start pulling as well. Not that it matters, but I'm still
Okay,
gonna
this
do
is
it.
the last thing that you have. So
Yep.
go ahead and make your strength check, Izzy.
With advantage because I'm being helped by Lakin.
Mm-hmm.
He decided he's helping me.
Yeah,
All
I'll
right.
allow that.
The first is a 12. Second one is a 14.
You begin to try and pull it off, and that last bit is not quite going.
Do
As
I
the
have
rest
enough
of you
time to
watch as
cast something or
Alakian-
no? No.
At this point, no. As Alakian points out that there's probably something in the base of the guillotine, you guys watch as the rest of the collar begins ticking to the 0, and Alakian's form begins to wither. And like it's almost like all the moisture and life out of him becomes sucked out. Everyone who was within 30 feet of him, make me a
Oh.
Constitution saving throw.
Fuck.
Where is he right now?
Does that include me?
Because
Or am I
technically
just-
he
do I
was
just fail?
Not
walking
you.
around.
Okay.
Wasn't he near the
So
guild?
it was Izzy and Thyra were both next to me.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh, well, 30 feet is like the whole room.
Yeah.
So everybody.
Sure, so everyone go ahead and make a con save. Fail, 3.
It's a 16 for
11.
Izzy.
16 for Izzy, okay.
13.
It's a failure.
11.
Okay,
Failure.
so Thyra, Free, and Wade. You all fail the check. As you watch as Alakin's form crumples and this wave just outwards, each of you regains 7 hit points.
Oh, shit.
Oh, hey, I know that
Alakian
spell.
falls to the ground.
I know that spell.
Is
This
Lakin
is
dead?
not a spell.
No,
Would you like to
but
go up and
it's
investigate?
similar to a spell that I have.
Gonna run over
It
to
is
Alakian.
similar.
Okay, you run over there. He's lying on the ground, and his
Is-
form is kind of like stretched into the bone.
Does it look like he's still like breathing though?
Make a medicine check.
All right. Oh, 4. It was like on the 16. And
I'm just gonna use Spare the Dying on him.
Okay, you cast Spare the Dying.
oh shit, I have that too. Fuck.
Yeah. Well. Can I try to rip off the collar again?
Yeah, go ahead and make your strength check.
Beautiful. Okay, 15.
15. It's not quite getting there. You're making good effort of it. It's just that last little rung that's still connected is.
I'm gonna try.
Well, assist if you allow me.
Sure.
15.
Yeah, you guys are not really getting anywhere with
Is
this.
he alive still?
I don't fucking know.
Make a medicine check, Izzy.
Okay. That's to 1 to. I didn't make it for. 19.
19. He's not breathing.
I cast Spare the Dying.
You cast it. He's still not breathing.
Fuck. I will just. I will cast Cure Wounds. Just at level 1.
Okay. Go ahead and cast Cure Wounds, and you feel the magic leave you and go into him, and there is no change.
Yeah, he's
Alakian
dead.
is dead.
Shit.
Thyra, can't you do something?
In bear form, she shakes her head.
3?
If you get the collar off first, maybe. But if it's magical disease or something, it's not gonna work.
I'll try ripping off the collar again.
I will assist. You get advantage.
17. That's what
You get
I rolled.
advantage.
18.
yeah. So, Thyra, you begin pulling at the collar, and it does stretch off, and you kick it to one side. The collar appears to have served its purpose and is no longer functional.
Free will just step forward, pull out a diamond. Cast Raise Dead.
The casting time for Raise Dead is an hour.
Yep.
So,
We don't have We don't have time for an hour.
Well, if you don't want to cast it now, we're going to be down a person. But it could also bring the Baylor in. You're right.
Yeah.
How long does that spell you did keep him fresh?
24 hours.
Spare the dying, yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Well, gentle repose is 24 hours. Spare the dying.
Oh,
is-
gentle repose.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Fuck, never
Well,
mind.
You can do
I'm
this
the
within
one that
10
has that.
days.
Yeah, I have 10 days to do this.
Yeah.
If you guys want to spend the hour right now, you can do, and the rest of you can short rest. If you want to. That's up to you all.
I don't think we have the time to cast this. We just don't have the time right now to bring him back.
Shit.
You guys are standing around, you hear kind of a gentle cough from the back and says, you
Shut
know,
up.
you could have just
Shut
asked
up.
me
No,
how to remove it.
shut up.
Throw a firebolt that way.
No, if he talks again, Izzy's gonna just yell at him until he stops talking, because she's done listening to anything he has to say. Did Alakian point out the guillotine thing before he?
I'll say yes. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go with the guillotine and look where he pointed out.
Okay, make an investigation check for me.
Wade, come help me with this.
Yeah, sure thing.
Well, I'll get advantage on assistance. 18.
Yeah, you find on the underside a small compartment that's hidden where the person would lie.
I will open it up.
You open it up and out drops a hand holding a brass ring.
I take the ring. I am going to open my bag of holding. I'm going to remove all the body parts of Mr. Gaines except for his head. And I'm going to take Lakian's body and put it in the bag of holding.
What is with you and putting bodies in bags?
It's. Do you want to carry a?
Into.
I'm
I'm
carry an
a
entire
bear. I
corpse
can
right now?
carry him.
Do you want?
I'm a bear. I can carry him.
It's not one during a fight.
It's called I can stand up and he'll slide off my back.
He's in the bag already. Put him in the bag.
Okay. So unless anyone protests, I guess you can put Lakin in the bag.
Now, you're a bear. You can't say anything.
That's why I didn't.
All right. So, are we doing the raised dead or are we moving on? Because I can take the body back out.
Oh.
Even if he comes back, he's going to be hurting for a while. He gets a -4 to everything.
Yeah. Well, I hope the Raven Queen doesn't send his soul off to a new body already.
Would you like me to bring you some tea?
I would like you to never speak to us again. Just shut up forever. Let's
A
go.
gentle chuckle.
And I'm just going to march out.
Okay. You march out with Lakin in the bag.
I put him in there as respectfully as you can.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. And as you do so, walking past the Amnesu, you hear him go, "Ooh, the next challenge is ready. Follow me."
As a bear, Thyra's flipping tables and shit as she's leaving.
Mm-hmm. Gentle, destroying of everything that you could find.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Let's
go
see,
over to
guys.
Thyra and put my hands on her neck in kind of like a petting way. Be like, Thyra, we need you to focus in. Free can bring him back. But right now we need to focus.
Bear Thyra will nuzzle him back.
To the depths of
Yeah.
the cakery? Damn, guys. So, does everyone follow the Amnesu?
Sure.
I guess.
Yeah, I'm sticking close to Free and Wade at the moment.
So, the amnesia begins to walk up the corridor next to you, and as he does so, he turns to you, Free, and says, "Listen, I understand you have some resentment towards us, and I think it's fairly well placed.
Fairly? You're a moron
Somewhat.
if you think it's not deserved.
You can't be angry at a person for doing what they are instructed to do, doing what they believe is correct of their character.
You absolutely can't be mad about that. That's a thing that you're allowed to be mad about.
Well, it would be a true crime to ignore the things that make you you.
I mean, yeah, but like we can still murder you horribly and send you back to the hells where you'll be punished for all of eternity. So, go fuck yourself.
My point remains.
It does not. No, you're an idiot.
Eventually,
Nope.
if you aren't careful, we all become what we hate. And today, I'm going to make that happen." As he brings you guys up and takes you to the right into a room that you have been in maybe once before, Free.
I'll never be an ugly blob demon.
This room is a wide room, sort of reminiscent of an office space, but it has sort of this stone circular platform in the center of it that sits in front of a desk and a chair, and a couple of chairs off to the side. Lining the walls are painting and things of luxury. And it's a
I'm
nice-ish room.
immediately taking a look around.
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
26.
It's a room that you can see.
Does it
you
have
see
any collectibles in it?
Not that you can see. The one thing that you do get with your very high perception check right now is the fact that on the desk there appears to be some writing on a page in a language that you can't understand, but appears to be reminiscent of contracts in the making. The Amnesu sort of points back towards a couch and beckons you all to sit down, and then snaps his fingers. And the door on the top side opens, and you hear him say, "Our first merchandise."
Oh my god.
And you watch as a person walks through, appears to be a human female, sort of older in her years, wearing a collar. He says, "This person's name is Wine. Not the most youthful, but very good in experience." She beckons on through. And he goes on to the
Alright,
next
shut
one.
up. Shut up, you fucking horrible thing. What do you want us to buy you one of these people?
No, I'm going to give you one of them each. I would have preferred if the other one were to stay alive, but it's fine.
Alright.
And he beckons them on through. And you see them appear one by one for a total of 7. The next one is a male dwarf who has like a very short but thick beard and very like well taken care of hair. You see a half-elf woman who kind of has like this pale complexion and this very pitch black, like curled, flowing hair. Another one that appears to be a halfling, maybe in her late teenage years, barely 20. Who has like lighter blonde hair that's in a braid that comes down, big blue eyes, and a pendant around her neck that has very familiar iconography to you three. Next is a goblin man, kind of wearing the same tattered clothes as everyone else, pointed ears that are pierced with metal, and a very prominent forehead. You see another half-elven man who has darker skin, black hair that's kind of parted in the middle and drapes down to the jawline. And then finally, he sort of turns to you three. "You like this one?" And he beckons forward, and you see a dark elf woman start to walk through, kind of flowing white grey hair that falls very straightly along the back. These very bright eyes that never look up. She's always looking down at her feet. And he goes on to say, "So, The next part of the game is this. You're all going to pick a slave, and you're going to own them. If they make it through the day, they are yours to free or do whatever you want with them. If you don't pick them, I'll kill them here and now. Go. And you watch as all of them, except for the drow woman, start like looking up and start running over to you and begin to beg for you to pick them.
How many people are there?
There are 7.
7, and there's currently 4 of us.
Yep.
They're all gonna be free by the end of this day.
I think if we don't pick them, they will die immediately after this is done, Wade. Well, pick one, or they all die.
Or we just go through the ceilings till we get to the 3rd floor.
I mean, do you want to waste that much energy?
I don't want to do anything to these people. I do not want to become...
Free, look at me in the eyes right now. Being forced to do something like this at this sort of, sort of sword point, doesn't make you them. This is nothing about you. Alright? He's not making you what you hate. Being forced to own a slave because if you don't pick one, they die, doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you a better person because you're saving someone's life. And when we kill them, everyone that would have been horribly traumatized and abused by them won't have been. Alright? You can save more people by doing this. Is it great? No! I feel like a piece of shit. It's just gonna hurt. It's gonna be bad. But pretty soon, I want to peel the skin from that big guy's face and eat his heart in front of him.
What will it take to end this game, Greyvile?
Well, you would have to play it to the end and win.
Are you gonna kill the ones we don't choose?
Yes. And I'll make it a little more interesting. If you don't pick soon, I'll start doing it now. And he sort of begins walking around the back of the drow. And I'll start with the ones who are least valuable to this organization, such as those who tried to poison their previous owners.
I'll take the goblin. You 3 come here. I'm just pointing to the first one. The half elf female and the half elf man, we'll just say.
Okay. Sure.
I'm gonna twin cast spell magic on 2 of them. The callers, that is.
Okay. So, as a note for you, Wade, you remember that when Asmund dispelled Shani's collar, it took a couple of attempts to dispel different parts of it.
Fuck. Can I investigate the collar to see if there's like a mechanism that will kill them?
Sure, yeah, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Oh, I wish Alakian was here. He'd be good at this.
I don't want to do this.
2.
But I'm gonna.
I picked the 3rd one that came in. I rolled a d6.
I don't want to do this. Thyra's gonna drop her bear form.
So, Isabel, you get the young halfling woman who sort of walks up to you and is very appreciative. She's like, thank you so much.
Don't. My friend just died. I'm pissed off. I'm getting hungry. And I really want to drive a sword to that thing's heart. So I know that you're happy that you're alive, but I'm really mad at everything right now. So I need you to stay quiet.
She sort of clutches the symbol. Is there something I can do?
Yes, stop talking.
So, thinking back to Asmund, how many attempts did it take her?
I think it took her 4 total. Let me double check the...
You said there was one here for each of us? I'm technically 2 people. Does that mean I get 2?
Technically 2 people as well.
You know, that's a stretch. But I like it. do
I
take
don't
two.
think it is, Izzy says,
Okay.
letting Chaos speak for a second.
You're saying that out loud?
Yeah, no, she lets Chaos speak for her for a second. She says, I don't think it's a stretch.
Got you.
The-
Sorry, wait, it was three dispels.
Okay.
Oh, wait, hang on. Let me double check.
I'm gonna look at the halfling girl. Hey, where are you from?
Oh, no, you can try. It's a straight dispel.
Okay. Twin dispel magic. On
Okay, who are you doing it on?
I'll do the halfling teenage girl and the first person they brought out. I think was named Wine or something like that.
Sure, the older woman?
Yeah.
Yeah. What level are you casting it at?
Standard, 3rd level.
Go ahead and roll.
Oh shit! I forgot to hit the struggling here. It's just a D20 plus 5. I'll just type that in. Slash 2D20.
Just click on your spellcasting modifier. Your charisma check would be the same thing.
Yeah, it's not. Oh my. Okay, yeah, just hit the word charisma. You're right. Shit, 9.
9?
Wine, I'll say. Oh fuck, that 1. Oh,
Well,
come
it's the
on.
same. It's the same cast for both.
Oh, that's
of them,
true. Okay,
because it's twin cast.
so 9.
So you snap your fingers, and you feel the dispel magic go out to both of them, but not take.
Shit.
Chaos will speak and say, I'll take the dwarf.
Okay, so you take the dwarf.
I'll take 2 of them. I don't.
Okay, so if you're doing 2, that's 4, 5, and 6. You're still going to leave 1.
Free is obviously going to step forward and take the drow by her arm carefully and pull her away from Greyfile.
Great. So you go ahead and pull her away and drag her over. So you guys are leaving. 2, 3. If I'm not mistaken, you're leaving the half-elf woman, correct?
I took the
Teenage-
half-elf woman, took
Oh,
the
never
half-elf and the dwarf.
There are 2 half-elves. There's a male and a female.
I took the female, because that's what you said, the half-elf girl.
So you're leaving the male?
Apparently.
Okay, sure. You guys collect your slaves. And you watch as Greyval smiles and begins to make his way around the back of the male and put his hands on the shoulders.
Before he does
Guy
that, I'm
looks-
casting Dispel Magic again
Okay, go ahead and roll for it.
on that guy. Oh. Come on, Wade. Oh, thank you. 21?
Yeah, you go ahead and cast Dispel Magic, and you watch as the collar begins to light up and then fade, and it...
Quick,
onto
come
the
over
ground.
here.
He runs over real quick, and he's like, anything. Yeah, he's like, thank you so much. What now?
I'm not sure. You might have to stick with us until we get through this.
Yeah, you watch as Greyval's face sort of like becomes a little bit irritated and says, that's very good and well. We do still have his contract, so that won't be doing much good for you in the future. But I'm excited to see this try. Merchandise, if you will please collect your boxes. And he beckons down over to the desk, and they all begin walking over one by one and pulling out boxes from the underside and presenting them to you guys.
Wait, what were the 2 slaves that I ended up with? I should write that.
You ended up with... Let's see, Wade had the goblin, Izzy had the dwarf and the halfling, Free had the drow, so you have the old human woman and the half-elf female, if I'm not mistaken. But you guys can decide amongst yourselves. It's not that important right now. As the slaves will begin walking over with their boxes, they've been opening it, and you see inside, each one has somewhat reminiscent of the collar, but it is in the form of a bracelet. in like this kind of thick iron band that is linked in a string to another one.
And what is that?
Well, you are required to put one on and give the other to your slave.
I grab the box from the girl's hand. I throw it.
Okay, you throw it, and it hits the back wall and just settles on the ground.
Keep them alive, huh? Is this going to turn into some sick game where every hit we take, they take as well?
Exactly, yes.
You're so predictable.
But it is more than that. If you or your property removes the bracelet, or are removed from the building, the property dies. If the owner dies, the property dies. If the two of you are ever more than 10 feet away from each other, the property dies. Any damage taken by one is taken by the other, but if you both survive, they're free to do whatever you want with them.
I'll get you out of here, Thaya.
She, not saying much, so looking down, just kind of gives a quick glance over and then looks back down towards her feet.
I have a question.
Mhm.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that if I do it. But I will have a question.
Okay. I'm waiting. As he begins walking over to the half-elf guy again.
I'm gonna kneel down to this goblin. Hey, name's Wade. We're gonna try our best to get you out of here.
I grab the guy he's walking towards and pull him away from him.
Mm-hmm. You watch as he just holds out his hand and begins to twist, and the guy begins to like arc upwards, and his chest begins to pull up, and he begins to start almost screaming, but it's behind clenched lips and teeth. You know, I'm willing to let you have him for the moment, because I don't think he'll survive to the end of the night anyway. But do try to play along. And he lets go, and the guy just falls back and...
I missed something. Which guy is that?
That's the
The one
half-elf guy.
one we didn't pick.
The one who your collar is off.
I go and grab the box. I guess I remove one of the bracelets. I move the bracelet and put it on myself. Put it on the other person.
Put it on yourself, and the halfling takes it and puts it on her. And then you got to put the other one on the other wrist, and the other one on the dwarf. And it locks. Yeah. So you, Isabel, are now in control of 2 NPCs. And I'm going to allocate them both to you.
Still kneeling down to this goblin. How are you in a fight?
Not very good there, Master, but if you give me a weapon, I'll be alright.
Alright. I'll give
I
you
like him
my
already.
paw's dagger. But don't get into the fight. You understand? We're gonna get you out of here, and then I'm gonna set you free. You're no one's slave.
Yes, Master, yes.
Don't call me master. I'm gonna give him the bracelet. I'll put on mine.
The two that I have control over now, they hear in their heads as they stay between us and whatever is danger.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna put on her bracelet. I guess because she's got one on each hand now, one on each arm now.
Yeah, not
Feel
the
that
best
low.
impression as well.
I guess we'll also ask what their names are.
Okay. So you, Isabel, gathered that the halfling's name is Diamond, or her slave name is Diamond, and the dwarven man's slave name is Hunk. And you can look at their character sheets. You will see that Diamond is the spellcaster. Wait, I'm giving you the goblin.
Cass will ask for their real names,
Okie dokie.
They might not remember.
not
Goblin
their
for you.
chained names. That's what he says.
Give it
Free,
to
do you put on the thing?
Yeah.
Give you yours.
Is it on Roll20 or is it on D&D Beyond?
It's on Roll20.
Okay, make sure you give it to Swindler's Den and not Grizlocke, because I'm logged into Swindler's Den for some reason.
Okie dokie. So you have this one. There. There. And you know what? Actually, while I do this, because it's a convenient point, we'll go ahead and take our break here. As you guys whack on the bracelets and feel a brand new connection to your newfound slaves. We'll take our break here and we'll come back here in 10-15 minutes to continue the story. Yeah, we'll be back here soon. All right, goodbye, everyone. Welcome back, everyone. So, you guys attaching the bracelets to yourself and your slaves, seeing them turn on. What would you like to do? The Amnesu is still in the room.
I would like
Yeah,
to
me too.
tell him to leave.
Okay. He will respond to that and say, "Why?"
Give us an hour.
I don't
We'll
like to
continue our
fight.
game at
Fuck
then.
off.
Oh, I see what's happening here. All right, the room is yours. I shall alert the other devils to hold off on their challenges for an hour.
One question. Who's the succubus who left you?
An ex-employee.
Yeah, we ran into her. What was her name?
At the mention of running into her, his eyebrow kind of like raises. With your passive insight, that's kind of like, he's not too happy about that. It wouldn't matter anyway. She's not a problem for us.
Is he just making the jerk off motion?
Okay. She told us all kinds of fun things. I can't wait to tell you later.
I can't wait to hear. He just disappears into the wall.
Fucker. That was my player self sneaking through because I am so mad at him.
So, you guys can start your short rest while Free casts Raise Dead on Latian. Which you can do within the hour. It's totally fine. Is there anything that anyone wants to do on the rest?
Yes, before she starts casting Raise Dead, Free is going to remove her cloak and make Thaya attuned to it.
Okay. Awesome.
That's a good idea.
You remove the cloak and hold it out to her, and she kind of just... She's avoiding eye contact with you heavy, but she just takes it and puts it on.
Focus on it, it'll help keep you safe.
I am going to look at the two that are attached to me, be like, all right, so you've told me the names they've given you. What's your real names?
You is the dwarf and the halfling, correct?
Yeah.
I remember here. Yeah, the dwarf chimes up and he says, "My name is Jorsad. I'm from Ulmora here, but it's been a while since I've been on the outside."
Sure.
And the halfling woman says, "My name is Satana."
Sure, Sad. And Titana.
Satana.
All right. So what can you do? Can you fight? Can you... What? Is anything like that?
I have some magic.
What type? Can you heal? Can you throw lightning? Or a little bit of fire?
Not so much on the offensive front, no, but I can do other things.
Like heal?
Yes.
Great.
You can find her stat sheet as well. Felis, if you look for Diamond, that's her slave name.
Oh, right.
And the dwarf Jorsad says, "If you give me a weapon, I can hit things, and that's pretty much it."
I am going to take out the sword that I technically stole from Birdie, and give it to him.
Great, awesome. So now he has whatever sword that is, and you can add his modifier to attacks.
just a longsword. And I'll tell him in Dwarven to fight like the kings of old.
Ha, I like it.
Hey,
I'm gonna assume neither of you are big fighters.
Yeah, the old woman who you have attached to your wrist says, "No, not really. Not much." And the other one who you have is you have the female half elf, right?
Yes. No.
Right.
Wait, you gave me a human. You gave me the 2 sheets I have are for a human and a half elf. Yes.
Yeah. The half elf goes on to say, "I'm a bit sneaky, but that's about it. Give me something I can play with, though."
Like,
Something to throw, or I don't know, something to stab people with from afar.
I have a chain.
I think that might be wasted on me. Punk, and he's like, "Yeah, that would do for me. If you want to give it, do you want the sword?"
I'll give Hunk the chain. I'll unwrap it from my staff.
Okay, I'll serve that as a whip. We'll say that's a whip.
Yeah. It's a
Ian,
Right.
what's your name? Your real name?
Who are you talking to, Wade?
Goblin.
Whatever you want it to be.
Now, what's your name? What do people call you? Before
More
this?
recently in here, they've been calling me Jade.
Okay, what do you want to be called? If you could be called anything.
It's whatever you want, Master.
He
Don't
might be
call me
saying his name
master.
is whatever you want.
call him whatever you. Just literally call him
here.
the words whatever you want.
Take this other dagger. You can use 2 at once, right?
Oh, yeah.
And he takes them both and just.
Yeah.
And take this. If you take damage, drink this. I'm gonna give him a
Thank
healing
you.
potion.
Oh, gracious Master. I'll remember that.
Wade is like frustrated, but he's like giving up.
You can call me whatever you like.
Call me what you want. Call me what you need. Call me by your name.
I'm
Anyways,
just gonna call you friend.
Tara.
Yes, Master. Friend.
Oh, that's. During the after sort of the conversation about the fights, this is going to kind of sit down, and the sort of veins in her face will sort of like bulge and go black as her eyes sort of fill with ichor, and her irises go red. And Chaos is going to speak to the slaves for a second because he's curious. He wants to speak to them personally. Tell me, where did you both come from?
Who is speaking right now?
The one inside the elf. You can call me Chaos. You, dwarf, are technically mine.
You see him, and he's kind of just like standing there for a while, kind of staring down. The halfling woman does reply, and she says, "We're from Uamora. That's where we're from. We're not lying."
If you had your freedom, what would you do?
This place wasn't always this way, so I hear. It used to be something different. And she's sort of like clawing at the necklace a little bit. I wouldn't mind trying to restore some of that.
Sort of like
Yeah.
very blinkingly, and very stiff. His head kind of like jerks to the dwarf.
Oh, I don't know. I'll probably go somewhere else.
I recommend. Look at the map. I forget. I recommend Casco. It's warmer.
Yep. Okay.
And then, like, the veins sort of recede and goes. Oh. Sorry about that.
You come back and he's on the edge. He's like on the as the rope is as taut as it can be between your two bracelets.
Don't worry, he's not gonna hurt you.
Okay.
He's technically my brother.
I don't really want to know what happened
My
with your
dad's a fucked up
parents.
person. Let's just leave it at
Okay.
that.
I like this. So, anything anyone else wants to do in the hour?
Yes.
Mhm.
I'm gonna be at the desk, shuffling through the papers.
Yeah, make an investigation check for me.
And I will be investigation 20.
Yeah,
Dirty
looking through the desk. You don't read Infernal.
Do they look like Shawnee's contract?
They look similar, but there's less on them.
Can either of you read these? I'm sorry, what are your names?
Yes, the old woman chimes up and says, "They used to call me, well, they call me now Wine. My name before that was Ruth. And
Well, I'm not gonna drink
can
it.
read it. What?
It's just... Can you read it?
Yes, they're contracts, but they're not complete. They require signatures and they're templates.
Do they have names of slaves on them?
No, not at this point. They bring you in here to complete the contract and sell you.
Is there a master contract that they use to make all of the others?
I wouldn't know.
I'm gonna look around for that.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll keep your
what about
investigation
you?
check.
Other one, not Ruth. What's your name?
This is the female. Yeah. She says, "My name is Pyria, but they call me Jet in here." And as you look around, Thyra, no sign of master contract or anything like that, not on the bookshelves on the walls or anything. There is one thing that definitely does strike your interest. It is a small, very, very thin book, and on the spine of it reads, "The Last Will and Testament of Gustin Gain."
I am deaf. You know, I was gonna ask you guys how you feel about flying, but something just caught my eye. I'm gonna go over and I'm going to grab it and I'm going to sit in the chair behind the desk after putting all of those unfinished contracts in my backpack, and I'm going to read it.
So you pull it out, and from the space that it was, that it left, you do see something almost like a vacant space behind the wall. As you pulled it out, where the book was.
There's like a vacant space behind the wall.
Behind the bookshelves, and also kind of inset into the wall a little bit.
Can I like push some of the other books aside to see if it's bigger?
It is bigger. It is essentially an indentation where a large disc might go, about that big.
I'm gonna kind of hide the book a little bit. Izzy?
Aye?
I think there's something you might want to see over here.
I go over.
Do you see that there in the wall?
I'm so sorry. I actually blanked during that. What's going on?
It's a disc indent. Isn't that what these keys are looking like? A disc?
I will take because I have the discs. That's right. I've been collecting them. And I'll see if they fit.
Yeah, you have some of them, and some of them fit into the other ones. And as you put them in, they don't make up the whole thing. There is more to this puzzle.
There we are.
At least we know where the door is now.
Right. What's in the last will and testament?
I didn't tell you I had that, so I don't know.
It's fair enough.
Do you give it a read, Thyra?
I am. I'm gonna sit in the chair behind the desk. And I'm gonna read it, but I want to try and make it look like I'm reading through the papers that are on the desk.
Make a deception check.
Oh, this is not good. 11.
Yeah, anyone who has a higher passive insight than an 11 knows exactly what
Which
Thyra
is
reading.
probably everybody.
You go on to read, and it says, "In the event of my untimely death, I, Gustin Gain, leave my business, estate, and entire wealth to one Shani."
Alright, I'm gonna tuck that away. It looks legit. I don't know much about wills.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna stick that in my my backpack as well.
Okie dokes. So, as the rest continues onwards, it starts to come to a close. Free, finishing up the ritual and pushing the diamond back into Alakian's form. This is the first time he's been revived, and as you do so, that diamond, the big chunk of diamond that you have, begins to just sift away from the top down into dust that turns into a jet black, and you watch as his skin begins to regain some color to it and regain its shape as he too begins to regain some life.
There he is.
Oh,
Went on
Welcome
a
back, friend.
little vacation back home, did you?
yeah, not exactly how I wanted to go back, but not an unfamiliar feeling. So what does that might sound?
I'm glad. Glad you're not gone forever. You're pretty fun, so I'd like to keep you around for a little bit longer.
Well, while you
We'll
guys
go over
were
towards Free and just say thank you.
Yeah,
Oh,
not a problem. I'll need to restock soon, though.
Well, while you were bringing our friends back, I'll point over to where the indent is in the wall. I think we have one more piece to find, but I found the door.
We're missing the feet in the room of infernal
Pleasure?
relaxation and song. Because his hand was where the collars were made, which I'm assuming is representing the jewelry, which I thought would it be, but I had no idea where it was going to be anyway. Yeah, so feet. Infernal relaxation and song.
Boy.
I still think that one of those doors back in the hallway, they're full of for, I assume, the customers, and they.
He didn't want us interrupting the cafe. I don't think he including them in the game. And besides, he seems very happy to lead us. Why don't we just ask?
Fine.
About this time that you do see the form begin to shift back through the door, and the emissary reappears and says, "Are we quite done?"
Yes, fuck you.
"Perfect. Master Agatha would like to see you." And he beckons back
Was-
out.
Was that the guy in the room?
No, Agatha's the one we killed in Olivia.
Okay.
Oh, she's
Now-
back. I heard she took a trip down under for a bit.
"Yes, she did. Thanks to you."
Yeah, it was fun.
I
Send her
thought
right back.
all you here were hated. How did she manage to get out of hell?
"Oh, my dear boy. We managed it once. You really think we couldn't do it again? In fact, I'm banking on us doing it thrice." So he begins leading you up towards this corridor right here, and says, "Now, you've never been in this room. It is quite nice. Try not to judge."
I was
And
totally
I'm
right.
going-
That was the room I was guessing.
I'm going to ruin this entire room. I'm going to destroy it. I'm going to burn it.
Well, good luck. He drifts into the wall and throws his hand open, and that room becomes open to you all. And as you walk in, you see a beautiful, very ostentatious room of these long red couches, a warm, toasty fireplace off to the side, like a very nice inlaid rug on the floor that sits below a beautiful table. It's a very comfortable room to be in. Off on the one side, you do in fact see a piano, and sitting on one of the couches in here, cross-legged, sort of arms wide, is the form of the not particularly hidden Arinies, who is just waiting for you to come in. And she's not moving or doing anything, she's just sitting there, arms spread out, legs crossed.
First thing I do when I enter, I point at the piano and I use Sacred Flame.
Okay. I guess go ahead and roll your damage.
Sweet.
Equa, while he's doing that, I did use that Lesser Restoration. Also used a 3rd level Cure Wounds and a healing potion. And I'm back up to 20.
Oh, great, awesome.
15.
Yeah, you. The piano begins to burn in this radiant light, and she goes, "I wouldn't have done that if I were you. It's fine. You needed that."
Cool.
As you all walk in, and the door closes behind you, she's just sitting there, peers past you to the doorway. "Well, I'm glad you're here. I've been
Are we
waiting
going to
for
fight?
some
No.
time."
Are we going to fight each other, or is this a conversation? Is that part of the game?
Listen. Sort of sits up a little bit.
Listen.
I know how this is going to go.
Mm-hmm.
We've tangled before, and you are no doubt stronger than you were then, especially seeing as you've gotten this far. I have no desire to go back to the 9 rounds of hell. So, if at all possible, I'd like to get this challenge underway and done so that I can leave. No, I
What
would
if-
not like to fight you.
What if we just...
You said
Kill
you
you.
don't want to be here.
Yes, well, unfortunately, I'm not directly linked to the challenge. I'm just an overseer.
What
It's
if I
not about
just-
me?
What if I just kill you regardless? What if I just kill you?
I'll tell you where the foot is.
Is it in the piano? Is it on fire?
No, but like I said, you needed that. It's in the fireplace.
I look in the fireplace.
There you go ahead and make a perception check.
Beautiful. 14.
14. Yeah, you look under and there is something in the back of the fireplace.
While Izzy's having this exchange, are there decoratives in this room?
There are paintings on the walls. But aside from that, there's not really much in the way of...
Orbs?
No, there are no orbs here.
So I just reach in there?
Yes, as far as I'm aware. Look, I don't know exactly how the challenge will go. Just that you'll need the leg. And it had something to do with the piano, which is now a smouldering wreck, so good luck on the rest of it.
I reach in. I fucked up the piano. I reach in and grab the foot.
Okay, go ahead and reach in. As you do so, you do take
Oh, fuck.
6 points of fire damage, reduced to 3, as you put your hand in an open fire.
Yep.
And you grab it and begin pulling it back out. And it is a leg of red skin. It's about that long, and you see no sign of a disc, but around it you see this kind of thick, wound whip that is stuck there.
I remove the whip.
I don't really know what you do with that.
I
I'm
look
going
to
to be honest.
to the Anzu.
The Onizu's not in the room.
No, Ninizu.
Look, how about this? I will hide, and you can say that you killed me, and bring him in, and he'll tell you what to do.
Do you honestly believe that?
I am going to get very... Izzy is mad, and she's going to get very close to the Airness with her Holy Avenger, and like put it to her throat and says, "Do you know what this sword is?"
I do have a vague knowledge.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm not stupid.
Sure. So, I'm sure you're aware that only certain people can wield this.
Get on with it.
So, I want you to know that I could light your insides up with holy fire at any moment, right?
You wouldn't need the sword to do that.
True,
You've
but it
already
hurts a
told me
little
what
bit
to
more. It's
Listen.
just good to know. No,
Shut
that
up.
I'm speaking.
Listen.
No, fuck you. I am going to finish my threat, and then you're going to be very scared by it, and then you're going to listen to what I want. All right?
Freeze casting silence.
Okay.
Okay, are you including her, or is it just Izzy? Or is it just
Oh yeah, I'm including that whole corner, so it just goes quiet.
Okay, great. So you see the two of their mouths start going, but there is no sound coming from it.
Oh,
Thank
thank
you.
you so much.
It's probably for the best, yeah.
Just marking off my spell use.
She starts realizing what's going on, and then
Great.
begins walking out of the bubble.
Free, what do you want to do? While they're bickering.
I can't. Okay, this is. What was the name of the level of hell that, and the succubus's fiance's name? I forget.
She didn't say a level, but she did say that the...
Or at least his name.
It was the prince. It was the
Yeah.
Thyroid.
I had it somewhere, but I was like
Cool.
looking for it. I don't know what I did with it.
What's his name? Graz''T.
Yeah, the demon prince of the nine hells. Of the nine hells is what was her
GAR.
Z''T, right?
GRAZ''T. Graz''T. Like Drizzt.
Okay.
but Graz.
Okay. Cool.
I will make my name.
She begins walking out of the bubble, saying, God, she doesn't know when to stop talking.
Welcome to every day of our lives.
Welcome to the goats.
Well, I don't envy you for that. Look, the point remains. I don't want to be here against you lot, okay? I know how it goes. And I have no doubt that you could probably take down the bloody establishment if you wanted to. I'm not asking
don't
too much, just
worry.
let me go, and I won't make anything trouble for you.
Well, look, maybe how about we let you go if you could perhaps help us cut through all this nonsense to the head honcho's office.
Look, I would love to help you, but I don't have the part of the key that's needed. There's me and there's one other, Kistasia. He's in the music training room.
I assumed he was back in that area because he was with the slaves, putting them in their room earlier.
Was that the one we saw?
Yeah.
And I don't know what his challenge is either. I've been limited to this room alone. Look, I don't like Gravar's leadership, alright? Let me go. I'll do what I can. But to get to him, you will need the key. At least this way I won't be hurting you.
Hurry up and hide, but if he doesn't believe it, then, well, I'll make it true.
Well, wish me luck. And she walks over to the fireplace and begins crawling inside of it.
I'll help if I can, I'll attempt to assist her. I guess.
How do you attempt to assist her?
Push your ass in.
Yeah, basically.
Lakian just
That's-
leans against the fireplace so as to hide
Yeah,
it.
I'm just gonna lean against the front of the fireplace, kind of blocking the line of sight
Okay.
to the doorway.
I'll roll her a stealth check with advantage, I suppose.
My plan was also to stand in front of the fireplace. I was like, I can just stand in front of it, but
All right.
It
that's
just
not-
becomes
that's not terrible.
suspicious because everybody's like leaned up against this chimney.
Nothing in this fireplace. She totally died. We killed her so fast.
Yeah,
Well, it
she-
only takes 6 seconds a round, and we've been killing them in just a few. So yeah, this could totally have covered her death.
She like goes in there and says, "Oh shit, wait!" And she
Wait.
like you hear like the clunking of metal from within, and then you hear this as she scatters some soot from within the fireplace on the
shit.
floor. That's me. And she goes
Okay.
back to what she was doing.
I was gonna say that I banished you, but that works.
I love it. Oh, I love it.
oi, fat fuck.
The moment before you see the illusion come through again. Yes.
So she's dead.
We got the leg. The piano kind of suffered.
One of you can make a deception check with advantage.
What's your deception?
Numbers.
Probably around 10, if not higher.
Mine's 9.
Deception, 9.
9.
Do you want to roll?
Sure.
All right.
26.
Oh yeah.
Hell
He
yeah.
looks at you guys and then at the soot pile on the floor. Oh dear. Well, she wasn't much use anyway. And he turns over to the piano. That's a shame. You needed that.
We've been, yeah.
Oh
Kind of
well.
how
And he puts his
parting
hand
works.
and he turns it, and you watch as the pieces of the piano begin to reassemble themselves. Back into what it once was. So, I'm sorry you didn't get that far yet. My mistake. Do you have the whip?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. Pick your favorite slave.
Yep. 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 Mm-hmm.
Strike them across the back, and they will reveal a note for you to play.
Yep. 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 Of course. Yeah. No, I thought that's what it was going to be.
So-
There's the whip.
I just want to throw this out there, Free. I know you don't like it, but you're kind of the weakest of the group. You probably hurt less than if any of us did it.
I'm going to cover Lakian's mouth.
You know what? What if
Free
I
is going to still punch him. It doesn't hurt 'cause she has 0 strength, but
Fine.
Any dodge.
I could just
Yeah, pretty
you know,
much.
dispel this door like I've done the rest if y'all want.
We need the key. Not the door this time, it's the key. We need the part of the key.
I want to investigate the foot of the piano, the pedals you push.
Sure.
Because if I was to believe a riddle, that's where it would be.
Go ahead
think
and
of a riddle.
investigate the piano. Roll investigation check.
Lakian, actually, can you help me out here? Let's find this thing.
Yeah.
Lakian, take the lead.
All right. All right. I'll get down there. I'll start looking
Go ahead and roll.
at their.
Assistance.
Yeah.
So
I'm keeping an eye on the fireplace.
Yeah, make a perception check.
It's a 13.
There's nothing that you can investigate at the bottom of the piano. And Thyra, you
Natural
see
one.
nothing but flames.
all right.
She's dead. She's actually dead.
Need I remind you, children, that you have already spent an hour doing nothing?
Can you just shut up? Like seriously, just stop talking unless we talk to you. Just zip.
I'm just trying to help.
You're not. Right. So
Does anyone know how to play a piano?
I am going to, in the mind of the halfling, because chaos scares the halfling woman less than it scares the dwarf, say, do you know the note already?
No, I don't. I can play, but I don't know what the solution is.
Thank you.
Hey, let's play a game, friend.
Yes, master.
Pretend that you just stepped on a spike. What noise would you make?
Ow! Oh, my
pinch
foot, it
him.
hurts!
I pinch.
What
I pinch
noise
friend.
is that?
What note is that?
What
The
note is
note, the pitch of note is he's saying ow.
I pinch friend.
Yeah, you go ahead and pinch him and he goes, ow! Yeah.
I don't think that'll yelp the note. I think like the whip might like have the note. It's not that. Or the whip is magical, will make them sing a note. Which is that's what's gonna happen. Oh
You
my
need to
god.
stop overthinking things. Just whip the slaves. I'm telling you how to beat it.
Yeah, can you understand that we don't like hurting people who don't deserve it? Can you understand that we have to like? Yeah, oh god, like
You,
that chaos do it.
Isabel Green, do not dislike hurting people who don't deserve it.
I like hurting people who do deserve it. The thing in my brain likes hurting people who do deserve it, who don't deserve it. He just likes hurting things in general. So we have chaos do it. He'll do it for free.
Well, then why don't you get him to do it?
Because I'm not going to force free to watch chaos
You
whip
get-
slaves.
You know, you said what happens to us happens to them. Does that mean what
Yeah.
happens to them happens to us?
Oh, yes.
I'll take one for
Well-
the team.
I mean, I've been a slave to my father for my whole life. I can take a few hits.
Does it work if we hit ourselves instead of the slaves?
I couldn't possibly say. I'm telling you what the game is.
I'm gonna see if I
Insight.
can grab the whip from Izzy.
I'll just give it to you.
Yeah, I hand it to friend. And I kind of like
16 insight on the demon, on the devil.
lift my
Yeah,
shirt
he's
up.
he's hard to read, but everything that he has said up to this point with the tasks that you've been doled out,
Yeah.
nothing's technically been a lie.
Yeah.
Just missing extra details,
Yeah.
if there are any.
Live omission.
The only problem with this is that it's still gonna hurt you if it hurts me. But at least you're not getting whipped and I'm not whipping you. Alright. I just kind of start pulling my shirt up and go on, friend.
I mean, I'd rather take all of
It's
them
just
if
a
I
good
could.
idea.
Why
I
is
don't
that?
want to hurt Master. Not really.
No,
Master's
I want.
good, Master.
I want it.
Why did you give us Dobby?
You,
Alright.
you heard that straight from the horse's mouth, Bree. He wants it.
He takes the whip from you, Wade, and kind of looks at it eagerly and he very lightly grazes it across your back and it doesn't do anything.
Shit. Harder.
God damn it!
I don't know if this is very good.
You're doing great. Harder.
Alright. And he's gonna whip you, Wade. Since you're in control of the character, we'll say it's an auto hit.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll damage with a whip, which is a d4 plus strength. It's not a dex weapon, I don't think. Is it a dex weapon?
No, I believe it's strength.
Oh, it's strength? Really? That's weird.
I believe so.
I'm gonna find out real quick.
You said a d4 plus strength?
Yes.
1. It has
Yes!
0
Good
strength.
man.
He,
Good man.
cracks the whip.
Well, it's finesse, so it can be either dex or strength.
Great.
He's trying to deal the least amount of damage.
He is trying to do
That
the
works
least amount of damage. So you crack the whip, and it leaves a small incision on the back that begins to turn purple and red. Nothing has happened this far.
Is there anything on the slave's back?
Make a perception check.
18.
An identical welt has appeared on the slave's back, but nothing else. As you see the amnesia just... Try and do it harder, you fool. He's like, oh,
Hey,
does someone else want to have a go?
I will take the whip. Isabel takes the whip. Wait.
Free's just covering her ears and not looking. She
Yeah.
cannot do this.
Wait.
well, I don't want to hurt friend.
We have to hurt friend. It's literally we can't continue on without hurting friend. And I don't want to hurt you either.
You know,
I kind of... Dyto wants to test something, but Thyra doesn't.
So if you allow me, I won't do it unless you say yes. May I whip you in the back?
I mean, you can whip me, but it's friend that I'm worried about.
I won't put my back into it if that makes you feel better. I'll be using my dex modifier for the attack and damage. Just only 2, not 4.
I guess we gotta do this. Free, what do you want to do?
Tree cannot hear you. She is not listening. She's literally covering her ears.
She walked
Did you
into
step
her
on your
silence
silent
bubble.
bar?
She just
Step on your
silenced
silent bar?
herself. She's like, nope, 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 just in this corner. Thank you for reminding me that's still up.
Free took a trip to the
I'm
silent
wondering
corner.
if it hits either Izzy or I, we'll get 2 for the price of 1. 2 notes for the price of 1 hit.
Then I think that if we continue to do this, test this, we're gonna hurt these innocent people and get nothing from it.
Honestly think that
That's my
We should
concern
just-
right now.
do what he says.
That's my argument that we should. It's terrible. I'll do it. But it's going. I don't think if we hit. I don't think we hit us. It will satisfy
All
the
it'll
game.
do, I was gonna say, all it'll do is just add more time that we don't have.
Yeah.
You guys do him.
What do you think? I don't want to do it, but I'll.
Give it here.
Can we get? Hey, well, let's try one more thing.
What is it?
I'm gonna just kind of walk into the circle, the silence bubble, and see if I can hold Free's hands and see if I can kind of nudge her out, like, you know, make it apparent that I'm trying to pull her out of the
Yeah,
bubble.
she'll follow if she's tugged out.
Do you know, obviously they want us to play a song. Do you have any ideas? Was there ever music that played here or something?
Maybe if I hear a few notes, I could figure it out. But if it's a random tune,
There wasn't.
is there a song they taught us to play? For example, that she would know on the piano,
There are a bunch of songs that they taught you to play.
but something
I'm wrong.
specific that she would know on a piano because she doesn't have it as a proficiency.
Based on your knowledge, there's nothing
Okay.
specifically piano.
Yeah, I know some songs, but unless I know what the first few are, I can't even make a guess.
Should we just try random ones until one works?
I'm gonna go up to Hunk and be like, I need you to turn around, and if you wish to save your shirt, probably should take it off.
Back into the circle, Free. Let's go.
I need to see the notes.
Yeah.
That's fair, and I will do it. Everybody stand aside. And he sort of beckons everyone off and starts pulling his shirt up, and he kneels down.
I'll kind of go over next to Izzy, and I'll just say, I think if I did it, it would hurt less.
What's your
Honestly.
strength modifier?
My strength is a +1.
I will give it to you. My dexterity is the lowest in my dex is a +2, so I'll give it to you.
Okay. All right. So Equa, what am I rolling?
Roll. It would be a strength check for you because you're not. Oh no, sorry, it's just damage. So it's a D4 plus your strength modifier, which is 1.
D4 + 1. That is 4.
4 points of damage. You crack the whip down on this guy, and it leaves kind of like this big, long gash that starts to bleed. And Izzy, you feel it too in the back of your spine. There's this sharp pain. And as you look at it, you did a fair amount of damage. There's no mark. There's just the mark that you left.
No note.
No note.
I'm turn towards the Amnesu.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
The
I'm looking at
master.
the piano. Are any keys lighting up?
No. The Amnesu says, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't say it would appear on his back." And so it turns back to Isabel.
Fucking hell!
Hey,
Oh
what just heard?
shit!
You see, this test isn't about who can deliver the best blow. It's a test of morals, and you failed.
What do you mean we fucking failed?
You'd rather inflict pain on someone else than yourself. And you
We
call
inflict
yourself
pain on
heroes.
Wait. Excuse me, what? No, we hit ourselves once, and then you told us that wouldn't fucking work.
Yeah,
I said
you
had to
can't
hit him
force us to do
harder.
bad things. Like, oh, you did a bad thing. Of course you
You
did
know
bad
how
things.
whip works, right? Barrett, who's got the whip right now?
I do.
Sarah takes it from Alakian and she cracks it on her own back.
Yeah, roll strength plus d4.
Can I do? I'm gonna do Dex. Go.
Sure, if you want to.
Oh, yeah. It was a 9. I missed myself. Well, that was a really poor, demonstration, but that's kind of what he's talking about. That's how whips can work. You can hit yourself with them.
Hey, stupid fucking moralizing. You brought us here to be like, oh, show some great truth. What great fucking truth?
We're trying to throw you a truth.
No,
trying
you
to
are. They're
see
trying to
something.
moralize the fact that you told us. And you've always told, and you've forced us to do terrible things.
We're
The
delaying.
entire time. Just fucking
Izzy,
hell.
shut up.
Yeah, it's fine.
What's on
Whip
Izzy's-
yourselves. I can't take off my fucking armor.
Oh, I see.
We can't even get the first note.
Yeah,
Ugh.
can't take off my goddamn armor.
Izzy, you've got your dad's pick, right?
Yeah, it's in my it's yeah.
Never holds out her hand.
Why don't we just
Wow.
whip your
The armor
your
doesn't
leg?
meld to your skin, Isabel. You can shift it around, you just can't take it off. So if you wanted to get under there and feel a scar that was maybe there, you could do so.
Fucking Alaken, you got dainty hands. Get up in there.
All right, I'm not shy. I'll get up there and see if I can feel a note. Or I'll
Yeah.
let her, I guess.
Make an investigation check.
I'll assist.
Sure.
She's holding it. She's holding up the armor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
guess so.
yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
That's
the
20. That's a 22.
Yeah. Whereas you might expect a sigil or something arcane, you do in fact feel ripples of flesh that have just appeared in the vague shape of an F.
An F. You also feel her
There's
scar.
F.
She's a large scar on her back, sort of straight down her back.
The note is an F.
Great. All right. I'm gonna go
What
over
octave,
to.
though, was the question.
I want to
Let's find
lift
out.
up my shirt and show people my back because I had
Yeah,
friend whip me, so I want to know if there's
Yeah.
one on my back.
There is barely even a cut there, Wade. The rest of you probably gather, especially because the amnesia said so, he was not hit hard enough.
Give me the whip.
Yeah, go ahead.
And
It's
on
all right,
that note,
friend.
Isabel, since you took 4 damage, knock off 4 HP for yourself and 4 HP for each of your slaves.
You know, I'm probably the best one to do this too. I keep saying that, but nobody will do it.
That's.
Fine.
I don't think
I'll
that's.
do it.
I think we have to do. I don't. I don't know.
It's the only problem that we're running into is both of you have 2 slaves. Wade
Yes,
is
but
the only one.
I have a way to reduce damage to them.
Yeah, I don't. I think we have to hurt each of us. I think that's the point.
Well, I think if we get enough notes, Free might be able to figure it out without hurting everybody.
Shara,
so-
are you volunteering for next? If so, hand me the whip.
Yeah, I'll give the whip. If I'm the one that's being whipped, I'm gonna rage first. So it'll still get the full hit, but at least it'll reduce the damage.
So D4 plus strength, right?
Yeah, or if you want to use Dex, you can use Dex.
Nope. That's 4 damage again, reduced to 2.
4 damage. You crack the whip down on Thyra's back. And so it's 4 reduced to 2.
Mm-hmm.
You leave a welt, and both of her slaves kind of take it. Something flashes for a second and then disappears.
Can I make out what it is, seeing so I'm staring at her back?
With your passive perception, it wasn't a complete thing. You started to get somewhere. There wasn't enough damage.
You have to crack it harder.
So it has to be a base amount of damage no matter what, whether she's raging or not.
I think we have to draw
Aye.
blood. Crack it again, my friend. Crack it again.
Really don't want to. Like, fuck it. I've got Dex, so I'm just gonna use Dex, I guess.
I think at this point, Wade's got his arm around Free and is like rubbing her other arm.
That's 7 Equa.
7, are you still raging, Thyra?
Yep.
You crack it. It's not staying.
Has to be a 4. Fuck.
Yeah. I take the whip and I let Thyra calm down. What has hurted them more? I'm gonna go over. Should we crack one more time, Thyra, or should we?
Well, you're wasted one of my resources. You might as well do it and do it well this time. If you guys could hit hard enough, you wouldn't have to hit me over and over again.
Well, sorry, you decided to not take as much. Never mind. I just fucking. It's like. I just crack it.
Then roll d4 plus strength or Dex.
That is a 6 altogether.
6. You crack it down, and the very large wound appears in the back of Thyra. And with it, you feel, or you see these ripples kind of appear from the wound and make a new scar on her back in the form of an E.
That's 2 notes.
Now, I have a question.
Yep.
Does it look like both of the slaves are taking the same amount of damage I am? Or is it being split between the two?
They're taking the same amount of damage.
Okay.
So, they took 1 plus 3 is 4 plus, what was the last one? 7?
It's 11 altogether,
So they each one
but I
takes 11.
can't modify their character sheets to change their hit points.
I will change them for you. That's weird, because you should be able to.
Hey, they took some big hits.
Yeah, we're moving on.
Go on and get me good.
I'm gonna look to Free.
What?
I think it has to be one for every person.
I know.
So I want to ask who do you want to hold the whip when it cracks?
I don't know yet. Just. Freya's just trying to think of like so many songs that start with those two notes right now. Her mind's trying to focus elsewhere.
To the devil and say, now our friend was dead during the slave picking, so if we crack him, would he have one appear? I think that's a fair question.
As much as I would love to see that, I'll give this one to you for free. You do not need to strike the dead man.
Go on,
Wait.
Izzy. I can take it.
All right.
Sorry, friend.
Friend. Yeah, friend. Look at me. Look me in the eyes. You're a good boy. You've done nothing wrong, and I apologize for this. And I'm gonna.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna crack him in the back. I'll use Dex.
Okay.
So there's 6.
Yeah, so Wade and friend both take 6 points of damage as Izzy cracks the back of Wade. And his scar also forms into an E.
If the last one's a D, I am going to be angry.
They never said how many notes there would be.
I'm going. So while this is starting to go on, I'll end up I'll wait until it's done, but I'm gonna end up casting Healing Spirit to heal the slaves.
Sure. Okay.
3.
I don't care. Don't tell me who. Just hit it.
Do you want to move your shirt?
I don't want to know.
Do you want to move your shirt out of the way first?
No.
Okay.
It's literally a sweater dress. You cannot remove it without everything.
Without stripping.
I am going to go behind, and I'm gonna look at Wade for a second, be kind of like, do you or should I?
Such a weird question.
It's so weird.
Isn't it?
It's
Isn't
so
it a weird
weird.
question?
I'm just like, I don't know, man. Like,
While Izzy's staring at Wade, Olaki's just gonna go up and take it.
yeah, I'll let him take it.
And I'll do the thing.
Good damage.
That is 6 damage.
So free, both you and Luna take 6 damage as Lakin cracks the whip. And you guys don't see a scar appear on Free's back because it's covered. Free, you feel the impact, and you know there's probably something there.
Yeah.
Being able to read music, she'd probably know what the note is.
Well, it's a letter. It's not on musical scale. So it's
Can she just kind of like run her hand up her back and try and feel what it is?
Yeah, make an investigation check.
Oh, for fuck.
I've seen
It's
you
hard
naked, Free. Just hike up
for
your
you to get
dress.
around.
It's just...
It's-
Ira, can you check what it is?
Yeah, I can. I kind of like turn her to where her, and I just stick my hand up the back of her dress.
Mm-hmm.
I take off my coat and I kind of hold it in front of the thing.
No, it's because the amnesia's here. It's not you guys.
Oh, I know. I blocked the Amizu.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah, and I'll try and lift it up. Like, this is gonna sound really bad, but I think that is awkward enough.
It's super baggy. It goes down around her shoulders.
Yeah.
She can
That's
just
what she'll do.
lift this up and pull it down the back.
Yeah, she'll do that.
yeah.
And,
As you do so, Izzy, the Amnesia says, "She lived here for 18 years. You don't think I've seen it all?"
Yeah, go
Doesn't
full
make
La
shot
la la
that.
la la la.
It's not about the fact that you've seen it. It's more the fact that
So-
you don't. You fuck you.
I
People,
hope
I
you
have a
know
question.
that you're giving yourself a worse and worse death by the moment.
Oh, for sure. I want to make it slow.
I'm not worried.
Because I
be.
wasn't here last week, I'm assuming people tried to hit the amnesia
Yes.
and nothing happened?
It's an
Literally the first thing
illusion.
we did,
I
we
think
walked away.
everybody has tried to hit him at this point.
Cool.
First thing
Aleki
I
is gonna
did
go
was I
up
asked-
and punch
God.
through him anyway.
So, Thyra, roll your investigation with advantage.
Okay.
It feels good, right? It feels good to just swing at him for a
20.
second.
Yeah, you make out the letter. It is a D.
It's a D.
Sweet.
Tell the letters to the halfling and see if
Yeah.
4 letters work or if we need more.
Diamond, could you play an F, an E, an E, and a D?
And she begins leading you over to the piano.
Yeah, I'll follow.
As you have in tow a human chain. Okay, she plays the 4 notes in the order. Who loves me the most out of you guys?
Me.
So Griz, roll D6.
No one said anything!
Legit, he beat me to it. I was literally
5.
gonna say Griz.
Great.
I was like, I'm
Who-
mad at you right now, so no.
Who loves me second most out of you guys?
Grizz.
No, who loves me second most? You
I'd
guys?
Yeah,
probably
Griz.
say me. I'd probably say me.
Okay, Alakian, you're unfortunately not in this. Next person.
Damn it.
I'll go next.
Roll D6.
6.
And then Dyto and Felis.
I'll roll.
We all know I hate you. It's been established.
This is no
4.
secret.
And roll another one.
Me roll another one?
Yep.
It's the
1.
damage that the slaves are taking.
No, it isn't. Thyra, as the notes are played, you feel a pain in your abdomen as you look over to the older woman, and she is kind of clutching over, and there is a glow coming from the stomach. As the Amnesu turns, oh my, how did that get in there?
Equa, you cannot tell me you haven't watched Saw anymore. You
I played
cannot.
Resident Evil.
Well, I would have already healed her. She took
Right.
but I haven't rolled it yet because I was getting through everything. So should I roll that now before we move on?
Yeah, if you want to.
Okay. So she would have gotten 2d6. So 7.
So she's down 4 hit points to a total of 15.
My other slave would have also gotten 2d6.
Mhm.
So she would have gotten 9. I can use
Okay.
it 3 more times.
I mean, Alakian's still super hurt.
I don't care about the players. This is going to slaves
It's
only.
fine. That's fine. I was just throwing it out.
Both my sort of victims are down 4, I believe.
4.
Freeze is down 6. Free also didn't get a short rest, but she can heal herself later.
Down.
Alright, so
The goblin's down 7.
okay, so then the goblin. There you go.
Alright.
7.
Perfect.
2, 3. Okay, I can do 2 more. So I will do both of the other.
Yeah.
I will do
Done.
free slave and then one of Izzy's.
Or said the time.
So that's
I have a question.
Yes.
Do they also share our healing, or is it just the damage?
As Thyra is doling out the healing, they are just getting healed.
Okay.
Yeah,
I wonder if she had healed us if it would have went to them or not.
I don't think so.
I highly doubt it.
There is an option without.
I have 1 left. I can test it.
Well, I have. There's an option to getting the thing out of her guts.
Well, we're not there yet. This is before the thing appeared.
Okay.
So if we want to test, if I heal you, your slaves get healed.
Sure. Mine. I think. I'll say Titana got the healing. So she sort of healed me, and we'll see if Jorset, or we can heal Jorset.
I'm going to heal you. So that's 9 to Izzy.
And
Do the slaves get healed?
we should have healed free.
Isabel heals 9 points,
Yes.
and her 2 slaves regain some hit points.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right. Maybe I should have done that a little bit in reverse, but you'll live and learn.
Hey,
Yeah,
that's
we
okay.
learned that.
We know now for the future.
We know now. Aye.
It works really well when you have Mass Healing Word and Beacon of Hope together.
Ooh. Free. I love your
Indeed.
brain.
Hmm.
So after thing appears, I'll be like.
Now the
"There-
thing appears.
There's an option. We have an option. I would recommend, Tyra, you do this. But we do have a creature capable of changing the physiology of any host it takes. Including retrieving a little thing from their guts, possibly. One of them is an asshole. One of them is far more kind.
So you're saying you want to use one of your siblings to go in there and push it out?
I'm more being grab it and then move it through their body because they're capable of doing that. I hope and think. Like, Chaos can shift my bones around. Like, he can change the shape of my skeleton.
While, Izzy's doing her rant, Cole, do you think that's something you can do?
Depends on how big the item is.
Can I, guesstimate, how big it is?
With your passive perception, you gather this is probably the biggest, if not the second biggest ring. You guys have the bottom three.
Mm-hmm.
They've been increasing in size this whole time, so it's pretty. You're looking at maybe that big inside of someone's stomach, which is it's not supposed to be there.
I think we can try it, but
It's better than cutting her open.
I mean, Cole doesn't know if he can. It might be too big.
It's better than cutting her open.
Alright. Who's got it? Ruth?
Yes, yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna put my hands on either side of her face.
Before she does this, I'm gonna go up to Ruth and be like, "All right, listen to me. There's something we're going to try something, and it's going to feel awful. However, if everything goes right,
You just interrupt people so they can't talk, so that you can talk. So I think you should go to the other side of the room.
I'm just trying to warn her about the thing I've had in my
And
body
I think I can warn my own people about the things that I'm about to do to them. I don't need your help, but thank you.
It's my brother. Fine, you do it.
Yeah, it's coming out of me, is it not?
So I could have done. No.
I wasn't just gonna put it in her without saying anything.
I just wanted to. All right, fine. It's my whole thing.
Pop pocket, we can run out of time.
Alright, so I'm gonna put a thing inside you, Ruth. It's gonna feel very weird, very cold. But the plan is to get that disc out of you without hurting you. Is this something you would like to do?
Well, I've already got one foreign thing inside me. What's one more?
Alright.
I like her.
So I out of my fingertips, the ice starts to form. And I put Cole inside her. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but...
Okay. Make a charisma check.
Worst case scenario, we can try and get her to go overtake it and regurgitate it. She'd be bigger.
5?
Yeah.
There is something innately permanent about a parasite's desire to stay inside of a host where it is secure and safe. You are not able to summon forth the personality to control Cull, to leave its home to go somewhere else.
I could try to get Cull, or I could try to send Chaos. They do listen to me a little bit more.
He didn't want to do it for me, so...
They do listen to me a little bit more. We could try again with Cull, or I could try Chaos. I could help you try to get Cull out of there.
How much does it look like this old lady weighs?
Not much. She's maybe 5'2", and, skinny-ish. I'd reckon 130, 140 pounds max.
Oh, I can easily pick her up. I'm gonna pick her up and cradle her kind of I did pout pout when we fought the Aranyes,
Sure.
and I am all right. I'm gonna try something. It's probably gonna hurt. I still don't know how you're gonna get it out, but I might be able to transfer it from her to me. But either way, we'll have to figure out how to get it out.
You can try it, yeah.
I mean, it's still gonna be in my abdomen. I'm not gonna be able to puke it out or anything.
I think it'd be a little easier, a little more familiar body for Cole.
It doesn't matter if we cut Thyra open, it's still gonna affect.
We're hoping that Cole can get it out of her without having to cut into Thyra.
Okay.
So I am, and this could go very wrong. I'm going to. Everybody, just back up as far as you can. Which, for unfortunately, the other one.
The other slave is 10
not very
feet.
far.
Yeah.
And I'm going to expend a wild shape into Cole. So with her like tucked up like in my body, I'm gonna try and wild shape her into me and Cole as he grows. So the ice comes out of my ears and the crown starts to form and ice starts to grow on her hands and up her arms. And as it gets to where her skin would be green, it looks very like frostbitten. And these icy spikes come out of the backs of her legs.
Okay, so you're trying to use a wild shape to. Has it become overtaken?
Yes.
And
Okay.
absorb the woman.
Yeah.
Okay. So Thyra, as your transformation takes place and the ice grows, you feel an innate sense of hunger begin to set in deep inside your stomach.
I mean, he shouldn't be. I just downed 10 good berries.
Sure, good berries help to suppress.
And I feed him. I fed him.
What have you fed him today?
Today, how long has it been? I go hunting every morning. So before we would have come to Umora, I would have
Okay.
went hunting, as I always do.
Okay. So the hunger is there. I'm going to make you roll a charisma check.
This can only go badly. 16.
16.
Good. It's pretty good.
Wasn't another freaking 5.
The woman is not absorbed into you by any means, and you feel an elongated tongue begin to appear out of the mouth as teeth are replaced with sharp bone and icicle. You're bearing down. I'll say if you want to try, since you have control over Cole for now, you can try and cut into the person. Or you can try and retrieve it via a hole. But it's going to be a roll.
I guess I can't do Cole's voice. He's gonna turn to the group. What do we do now? That's
so,
what.
first thing, hi, Cole. Good to see you again.
You're
Alright.
annoying.
Yeah, you love me anyways. So, Cole, you have a very long tongue. God. You could try to go down her throat or through the...
It's protruding from her abdomen, right?
It's on the inside. she's wearing, clothes, but if you tear the clothes apart, you can see that there's a thick scar is right here. It sort of leads into the stomach. You can try and break into that. You can try and pull it out of the throat, but pulling a disc that big
Yeah.
out of a throat is probably not going to be very good for the throat.
Or we could try chaos.
I don't
Or-
think if this didn't work, I don't think chaos would be any better.
I meant sent chaos inside her. He listens. The parasites listen to me a little bit more. It'd be a little bit easier to convince him.
You really want to run the risk of chaos running rampant?
And
No, it's definitely like we all agree to it, and I try it.
can anyone bring her back if I kill her?
Yes.
A little girl here, Diamond. Sorry, not Diamond. That's not your real name. Katana could do that as well.
Very well. Cole's gonna take one of his ice claws and rake it across the incision that's already there.
I'm gonna go hold the other person's hand that's attached to Thyra right now.
Okay, so
This may hurt a lot.
So go ahead and roll a claw damage.
Damage. This is gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong thing. This is still gonna
So it's still gonna hurt a
7.
lot.
So
7 is the damage.
the woman and yourself and your other slave take 7 points of damage as Cole tears open the wound and begins to stick the hand inside. This is what I'll say. It will be sleight of hand, but Cole is not proficient in sleight of hand, so make a dex check for Cole. And if you fail, she's going to take the damage again.
18.
18. The hand goes in, and you can see above the skin the stomach bulge as it makes room for the hand to come inwards, and you feel you grab onto something in there.
I'm
You have to,
gonna
like,
try and
cut into the stomach and open it, and then you can begin to pull it out if you want to.
yeah, I want to try and do it as I guess carefully as possible, so not to damage this woman more.
Yeah, so you got it. Roll another dex check.
I would like to swing around, keep holding the slave, that other slave's hand, and then grab the
And-
woman's hand so I can cast
Can
spell
I
down on either.
can I
one.
go over and attempt
That's
to coach a little bit vaguely?
It still would
Unfortunately,
have
she's
been.
already rolled.
Yeah, it would have even with
Oh.
it would have been an 11. So
So
Okay.
roll the claw damage again.
I'm ready to spare the dying on the two prisoners as soon as either of them go down.
6.
6. Okay. You pull the hand out, and it leaves many ruptures from the sternum. But you pull out a disc.
Nicole saying she apologizes.
Okay. The woman is near to the point of passing out here.
Free is going to cast Healing Word on Thyra so it spreads to both of the slaves as well.
Great. Awesome.
I
So as you cast the
spare the
healing
dying
word,
just as a panic,
sure. As you cast the healing word, Thyra, you and both of your slaves regain 9 points of healing. And as you pull the disc back and look at it and sort of shake the blood and the acid off of it from inside the stomach, you have in your possession the 4th brass disc. And it is there that we are going to end tonight's episode.
Fucking hell.
So, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for coming out. We appreciate it. As always, be sure to watch Rhyme on Friday on YouTube and Fandalva this Sunday on Twitch. And if we don't see you then, or if we don't see you before then, we'll see you next Monday here for the next session of Emoris. So, let's keep making stories together, and we'll catch you next week.